Now, I don't think I can ever get enough of seeing all the Dems like on their knees, especially with the one who was doing the two knees type thing. She was on both knees. She just said, screw it. I'm just going to get on both knees and just do what it do like this. So, what's up? What's happening, good people? Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate you guys just coming by to just listen to us chat. And I figured since I had some time, I go ahead and go live and share some of these stories I have with y'all. So thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate everybody. Let's see what's up in the chat. The hater, the only Wernley, the biggest hater in the house. What's up? How you doing? We got Tanya. We got Factual One. Hey, Grady, how you doing? Serious comments are good to see you. Mac TV, what's up, homie? It's always good to see you. Hey, family, everyone going live right now. I know there's so many people live right now. So for y'all just being here, I appreciate it because I realize, it just is what it is. I mean, we're gonna bump heads at some point. So, I mean, what can you do? Yeah. So, Ed, what's up, homie? How you doing? Do my best not to make a joke there. Hey, Tammy. Hey, sis. How you doing, sweetheart? Tammy G jeans up in the house. So, if y'all see Tammy boosting her jeans, and if you were here in the last stream, you know why. Tammy's got some stuff going on. So how's everybody doing? What y'all been up to? How's y'all day going? How y'all feeling with this clown world that we find ourselves in? What's the deal with y'all? We just here to discuss it. Yeah, Tammy G jeans up in this piece. So I'm actually trying something a little different tonight. I'm doing a dual stream. I got it coming up on my Facebook page as well. So Mac TV, if you can do me a favor real quick, homie, if you can stop by Facebook and click on the stream on Facebook and let me know if you can hear me over there, if it's coming through, because I don't want to have to keep switching the chats out. So just let me know if the stream is coming through on Facebook, Mac. I appreciate it. Ceiling Fan Man was doing some flat earth stuff. It was interesting. Oh, yeah, I bet it was, man. Ceiling Fan Man does excellent work, man. Excellent stream. So if y'all not following, you're not subbed to Ceiling Fan Man, go ahead and check him out, because why not? Why you not subbed? The monkeys are coming. For sure. Oh, we got Betty up in this piece. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. It's always a pleasure. Oh, we got Time Cop in this piece. Big Top Pee-wee in the chat. Oh, we got Shay. How you doing, sis? How you doing, Shay? What's the deal? How's life treating you? I want crab. Tis tasty. Makes me horribly sick, though. But why not eat crab anyway? Well, that had to be by far the most PG-13 comment I've ever seen you leave. So, that's pretty cool there. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and, yes, loud and clear on Facebook. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate you, homie. Can you see the YouTube comments on Facebook, Mac? Or can you see any comments over there? I appreciate you checking for me. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that. So let me go ahead and bring my homie up in this piece. We got Miss Maskless, my partner in crime, my twin, the one who's here to talk about the clown world with me. Let me go ahead and bring her in. What's the deal? Hey, darling. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Ms. Maskless had mentioned she was having some technical issues with her internet. So if anything go down, just bear with us. It is what it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if I need to pop out for a minute, I'll be back. But my internet connection is being a little bit wonky, so we'll see what happens. I'm just winging it, so hoping for the best.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for even, considering to come on, even with everything you're dealing with. I really appreciate you being here. It's just so fun to do these shows with you. So appreciate you hanging with me and just being a part of this. And, appreciate everybody just coming by to listen to us. So thanks for doing that, Mac. Hey, y'all, are y'all talking about my shirt? Oh, thank you. I'm just glad y'all don't think it's a pride flag. I was like, man, if I wear this, does it look like a pride flag? But then I was
already spread that rumor about you.
Then I was like,
yo, check out Uncle's stream. She's wearing some kind of pride sweater.
Then I was like, okay, well, the rainbow came from, the Most High anyway. So it's the covenant between
That's
God and
right.
man. So I'm like, you know what?
Amen.
People can think what they want to think, but it's a Van shirt, and I actually, I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers, and this shirt like matches my Vans to a T, and this is literally the only shirt that I wear with those Vans ever. So yeah,
It's pretty
it's
cute. I like it.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ed and left this long comment. Well, how about this? Let me see. If Crab made James Bond sick, and if he had a toilet, what? And if he had a toilet hole under his driver's seat, he would he wouldn't need to use his slick stream to thwart his pursuers, but some crab. Ed.
And it's too early for Ed. Okay, it's too
Right.
early in the evening.
Hey Isaiah, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, we got Derek C. Williams up in the house. I haven't seen you in a minute, Derek. How you doing? It's a cold game out here, late to the party. But greetings to Uncool Paranoia. Listen to you live on their tube from Philadelphia. Thank you so much, homie. I appreciate
Oh,
you.
that's
It's wonderful to
nice.
see you. And he says, salute to your chat hostess. Oh, thank you, Derek. Y'all are such good people. I really appreciate, everybody just coming by. I just enjoy coming on here doing this. So
Me
y'all want to go
too.
ahead?
Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Absolutely. So, was there anything else you wanted to share, Miss Maskless, before we go ahead and hop into the subject matter here and talk about this clown world?
I'm all good.
You good?
Yep.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm about to hop by. Oh, we got Stephanie Knight in the chat over on Facebook. Hey, girl, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by to watch. I appreciate my I may not have many people over on Facebook, but I figured it'd be a good way to get the stream shared out. So I thought I'd try
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Yeah. So
Good idea since I'm not on Facebook. So
the official face barf stream is happening right now. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's hop into these stories here. I'm about to go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna get this brought up. Oh, look at this. I didn't even set it up yet. Let's get the audio shared. Blah blah. We're gonna pull one of them numbers. We're gonna clear that out. The screen is gonna look wonky for a minute. My apologies.
Well, before we get into it, Twin,
Uh-huh.
I just want to give Grady a shout out in the chat. He just shared that he became a father a few weeks ago.
Wait, he did. I missed it. I missed the comment.
Yeah. Yeah, Grady says, I became a father 3 weeks ago. Baby girl, her name is Selena. That's beautiful. Congratulations.
Wow.
That's
Congrats,
wonderful.
Grady. Selena is my mom's name.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
that's my
that's
mother's name.
so,
Grady,
so cool.
congratulations.
That's wonderful. It's so nice to hear good news.
Yes.
It's so rare these days. So thank
Wow.
you for sharing, Grady, and congrats.
Right. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sorry I missed your comment. I didn't see it. Thanks, twin. I appreciate you. See, this is why I enjoy having a co-host here, because it's so hard to keep track of everything.
You
I
know,
would have
I
missed
see
it. I
all.
didn't know.
I see it all,
Wow.
twin.
Clearly, you're gonna remember it all too.
Nothing
Watch.
gets by me.
Clearly. I love you too, Betty. That's my girl. I,
Oh,
wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for letting me know, twin. Appreciate it.
yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's hop into this piece. I'm feeling a little rusty here. I don't know why, but let's hop into
Me
this. Hopefully,
too. Me
yeah.
too.
Hopefully this feeling kind of
And it hasn't
passes.
been that long, so I don't know what it
Right.
feels
So
like.
I don't
It's
know.
only
I
been a
feel kind
couple
of
weeks.
I feel kind of off, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna rebuke that energy right now. Okay. All right. So, as we are seeing the world crash and burn around us, we are literally seeing California just fall by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with the petty theft pretty much being legal, poop everywhere all over the streets, uh, the so-called energy crisis, they're pretty much just taking people captive. We're witnessing the film both films really, Escape from California, no, Escape from LA and Escape from New York, play out right now.
Absolutely.
So, and it is of my personal opinion, whatever happens in California and New York kind of trickles through the rest of the country. That's why it's happening on either coast.
That's right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's very important. So I saw this story and I thought I'd share it. This is here in my state, Michigan. Kalamazoo passes law decriminalizing public urination and defecation.
So disgusting. Oh my
Yeah.
word.
And this is pretty much what happened in California, some cities in California. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
mean, that's so disgusting. And why? Why? Like, I just, I don't know. I really don't get it.
yep. So I feel like this was important to share because oh my goodness, what else can you do? So in cities like San Francisco, residents rebelled after quality of life crimes like these were ignored. And that's exactly what it is. This is a quality of life concern because I feel
Yes.
like what this made me think of is that so if they're decriminalizing this and kind of encouraging it, and then they're setting up conditions for people to be homeless or poor and just be out in the streets where this is going to happen
Hmm.
more often, this is like prime real estate for disease to spread.
Absolutely. And they're always fear mongering about what's in the poo anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're on the one hand they're saying that that there's certain diseases that are being spread through the poo or found in poo or whatever, but then also they're decriminalizing pooping in public. So I just they it's always a game with them. They're always playing both sides, and yeah, it's a lose lose.
Absolutely. And I feel like it'll
So
be a good
disgusting.
driver for disease, and then they get to blame it on the
Uh-huh.
abuse and let me
Hmm.
see, what's the word I'm looking for? The exploitation of germ theory.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
and when it's disease is spreading because of our environment becoming increasingly more toxic.
Yeah. I mean, why would they do this? It's like you said, it's just an encouragement, basically. It's like, I don't
Mhm.
think it's that serious of an issue that it would need to be legislated, like, at all. But yeah, I mean, stuff that they do like this not only normalizes things, but it encourages it as well.
Mhm.
So it's super gross. Super gross.
Yeah, this is all bad. And in Kalamazoo, business owners are deeply concerned, yeah, rightfully so, following a vote by city leaders to decriminalize public urination, defecation, and littering, among other offenses, in a new city ordinance, all under the guise of equitable changes. And
Wow.
yeah,
Equitable.
yeah, and this just makes me feel like so a
Oh
lot of stuff is
no.
falling under this, under the guise of sustainability,
Uh-huh.
uh, safety measures. As a matter of fact, saying the word measures just made me think about China, how they just initiated another lockdown, but they don't actually call it a lockdown, they call it measures.
Right.
And just the softening of language throughout the years. This has just happened in, multiple facets of these agendas, especially like, okay, for example, when you think of post-traumatic stress disorder, how they used to just call that shell shock back in the day, like just straight up.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How they just kind of softened it.
Mm-hmm. Very
So
true. Very true.
all right. So they are still a violation of our ordinance. Of our ordinances, it just no longer carries a criminal sentence. What does that mean? What is this double
Does that
speak?
mean you could be fined, or well, not fined, maybe like ticketed or something, a slap on the wrist? Like,
What is
now
it?
listen up,
Don't you do that again. Don't you do that again. What-
we saw that you just crapped in the sidewalk. Please don't do that again. Thank you. Like, I
Thank
don't.
you.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
But they send the drone out, and whenever somebody pull their wang out on the street, hey, I see your willy. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Oh man, that's just disgusting. Well,
It's
and you
crazy.
think like, okay, as if like, I mean, I don't really even need to say it, but the actual substance isn't bad enough. Like, think about it. Like, they're just exposing themselves to children, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, or
Yeah,
just anyone around. It's not even
absolutely.
like it's ew, just horrifying.
So let's see. However, this change could lead to the city Down, let me see. This change could lead the city down the disastrous path blazed by places like San Francisco, whose residents rebelled after quality of life crimes were ignored, but small
Mm-hmm.
business owners seeking an economic recovery after the devastating effects of the pandemic and related government restrictions are showing great concern. Two local business owners recently talked to a local news outlet about ways in which public urination and defecation impacts their businesses. Like, I can definitely imagine, because would you want to go grab a pizza from somewhere where it smell like just peeping, peeing and poop
Oh.
outside of the building? Like, you'd probably turn around,
Oh my,
right?
oh my goodness.
Yeah, if you don't
Yes.
take care of your business, you're not cleaning your kitchen on the inside, So why would I
Oh
want to eat here?
man.
You think
Right.
about it, yeah.
Right. And how far are they going to take it? Because it's like, there's all these like health codes and everything for these businesses. It's like, okay, well, is it acceptable then for them to have like pee and poop, like as long as it's like 6 feet away from the door, or like I don't.
Social distance poop,
Right. So
really? Socially distance poop. What? I can. Wait. Socially distanced poop. I'm sorry. You just threw me all off with that one. Like,
yes,
dang,
twin. Yes,
bruh.
twin.
Wow.
Ugh,
Okay.
it's just nasty. The equitable thing just kills me. I mean, it's like, yeah, they want everyone down to the lowest common denominator. It's like just to live in filth. And
Oh, and look at
I
this.
mean, they couldn't make it much more obvious.
Becky Bill, co-owner of Pop City Popcorn. I was so ready to say Poop City, of Pop City Popcorn in downtown Kalamazoo, said there are aggressive said there are aggressive and unstable panhandlers in the area, and she is concerned about people avoiding downtown because of these issues. People have to clean up where they have defecated right in front of the door of your business, Bill said. We can't have that downtown. Many don't see how lesser punishments will make the downtown area more attractive to customers. Uh, Monte Jansen, owner of Use Guys Dogs, said, I think it would probably allow people to think they can do what they want and not get in trouble for it. I think it'll take away the consequence, and that's the concern. Do it
Yeah,
without will. That is the whole of the law. Do it without
that's
will.
the whole thing.
Yeah, we're just gonna see it incrementally just increase. So now that it's happened, on the West Coast, it's just gonna spread.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's not good. So yeah, y'all pretty much get the point of this story. We'll probably go ahead and move on with any other thoughts that you want to share about this one.
No, thank you.
You don't want what? You don't want to talk about poop? What's your problem?
I'm ready to move on.
You don't want to be cool? Okay.
No,
All right, let's
never
do
was.
it. All right. So Maxie V, you probably like this one, homie. So I got this one shared from our wonderful Miss Maskless here. But yeah, from the New York Compost. Um, I'm allergic to gravity and spend 23 hours a day in bed.
With my
What?
tiny violin.
What? Let me see.
She's
Is
allergic
this?
to it, twin.
Oh my goodness! Is this story a part of the? Is this video part of the story? The videos be like
I,
random.
you know what? I'm not sure. I'm bad
Okay.
about that, aren't I?
All right. Let's find out. Hey, Mallard, the duck is in this piece. How you doing, Mallard? Good to see you, homie. Good. Thanks everybody for being here. Good to see you, man. All right, let's check this video clip out. Let's see about the lady who's allergic to gravity. And it'd probably be a good idea if I unmute the video. Okay, let me rewind it.
So I have cyclic vomiting syndrome, and anytime I get hiccups, I know that a flare is coming. It's weird, but my husband's trying to teach me how to burp so that I can get the air out of my stomach so I don't start puking. So we're going to try to do that. He said, open your mouth and breathe in, but like breathe into your stomach. Okay, here I go.
Whoa. Wait, what?
Okay, lady.
What's
Is there
happening
more?
here?
I have no clue.
All right, so yeah, this is like so fitting for Clown World. This is a whole clown right here. Like,
Yep.
yeah, all she's missing is the red nose.
basically.
Today, for instance, this was 3 hours of trying, and I'm about to faint in this video. And this is from POTS, which is dysautonomia. Basically, my heart rate just spiked way too high. And here it goes. Boom. I was out for a couple seconds, and I go back up and I call my husband. And yeah, short answer is I don't.
Did this have anything to do? Is this the lady that's allergic to gravity? What the heck is this?
The second part of that video, yes. Like, I don't know what the heck that first part was about, burping and whatnot. I mean, yeah, it's the show, but I don't know. But
what the heck did we just watch?
You can tell this is a link that I shared. I'm like, I didn't watch the video. I don't know what this is about.
All
But
right.
no.
So, all right. So she's certainly not defying gravity. All right. Let's see what they're talking about. A young woman who is allergic to gravity is speaking about how her debilitating condition, claiming she spends 23 hours a day in bed, is unable to stand upright for more than 3 minutes without passing out. You sure it's just not narcolepsy? Like, all right.
Could be.
Lindsay Johnson. Hold on. So if this is narcolepsy, this kind of makes me feel like how they just renamed the flu into something else.
Exactly.
So
yes,
maybe this is the same idea.
Exactly. See, it wasn't the same person, but I did a video on this a couple months ago. Just like one of my silly, videos making fun of somebody that claimed that she had this condition. Of course, she said that she came down with the CV, which, morphed into this other syndrome, which they call POTS, which is postural orthostatic, whatever. And so it's just like, are you sure you didn't take the pokey poke and now you're having issues? Or maybe you're just narcoleptic. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, this is the same condition that girl in my video was talking about, that she just swore she could never recover after she had this CV.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get this. Let's bring it on. Lindsay Johnson, 28, suffers from postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, a condition that creates reduced blood volume and an abnormal increase in heart rate when a person stands or sits up. Is this just an excuse to be lazy? Who knows? I'm allergic to gravity, Johnson told Southwest News Service in an interview about her unusual illness. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Wow.
It's true.
I can't stand up for longer than 3 minutes without feeling faint, being sick, or passing out, the Bangor, Maine resident further explained. I feel much better if I'm lying down. I'm in bed all day. Wow. Johnson was working as an aviation diesel mechanic for the Navy in 2015 when she began experiencing symptoms of POTS. Yeah, I remember you did something on that.
So sad.
So sad. Yeah,
where's my tiny violin?
Mr. Krabs and tiny violin. Wow. Lindsay Johnson suffers. Okay, yeah, we already read that. All right. Yeah. So Johnson left work as an aviation diesel mechanic. All right. So the young recruit suffered from severe back and abdominal pain and soon began fainting on a regular basis. It was really scary, Johnson recalls, saying doctors initially believed she was experiencing anxiety. I was passing out everywhere, she stated. I would be shopping at a supermarket and I had to sit down because I felt faint. I've even passed out after my dog has barked. I just kind of play it out in my mind.
What? Oh, that's how you know it's severe.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real. It's so real because it looks so fake.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So what's with all these pictures?
Oh my.
Yeah, Johnson underwent a tilt test to determine if she had POTS. A tilt test. That's what this is?
I guess.
All right. In May 2018, Johnson was medically discharged from the military due to her Miss 3 illness, but her symptoms only worsened. By early 2022, she was unable to keep food down and was projectile vomiting on a regular basis. Linda blaring it up.
Right.
I throw up so much my heart would start having prolonged QT intervals, and I'd be in the hospital on cardiac monitoring, the mechanic revealed. A cardiologist subsequently theorized that Johnson might have POTS and suggested she undergo a tilt test, during which the patient is secured to a table while lying down, and the table is solely tilted upright, with doctors monitoring her heart rate, blood pressure, and blood oxygen and exhaled carbon dioxide levels. Wow, did they just admit that we exhale carbon dioxide in here? And they're forcing everybody to wear the face diapers? Yeah, I thought this was right. I thought this was no longer a thing. All right. So in February, she was officially diagnosed with the syndrome.
Right.
Oh, wow. Look.
And there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
Full circle.
Wow.
Full
Wow.
circle.
I totally was not anticipating a picture with the face dapper.
Nor was I, because again, I don't actually look at this stuff. But isn't it interesting that she was discharged from the military back in 2018, right, with some mystery illness or whatever, but like all of a sudden now in 2022, she's making it into the news with this new syndrome that she's been newly diagnosed with, you know, that's going around or whatever. It's like, I wonder what has changed in between now and then.
Wow.
Just saying.
And Max TV says she looks like a different person.
Well, could be the eyebrows. I'm not sure what was going on there with the eyebrows in that video. She had some freaking caterpillars up on her face, but yeah, really weird.
Betty said, I bet that's pokey reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting at, Betty.
Yeah, Wernley said, I bet she's quadruple jabbed.
Mm-hmm. Of course, they won't tell you that.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's. Hey, can you imagine just laying down all day?
No.
Let's see what some of these comments talking about. I have POTS. It is an absolute nightmare. I have blacked out dozens of times. I was also told it was anxiety for years and given medication that just made it much worse. I feel for her. Wow. Okay.
Hey, Tanya asks, what is CVS?
Right. Cardiovascular syndrome or
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what she means or if it's something else.
new and improved symptoms of the pokey. Oh, cyclical vomiting syndrome related to migraine. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah, for sure.
But not, not intertwined with all these other symptoms and or agendas.
Wow. Yep. So that's a lot.
Gravity.
Yep, that's a lot of time to spend in bed. But if you're spending that much time laying down, of course your heart is going to suffer because you got to be up, getting some circulation, getting your heart pumping. It's only natural to have heart problems after this, just laying in bed all day. So
yeah, I wonder if you could be like temporarily allergic to it. Like, I wonder if I could call in Monday morning and be like, I can't come in today. I'm allergic to gravity. I can't get out of bed.
Wow.
Just wondering.
All right. So we're going to get a move on. I think Derek C. Williams was referring to this. New York declares state of emergency over polio to boost low toxination rates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like they could just declare an emergency for anything and just use it to just abuse power.
Right, because
And
this comes just a few weeks after they were pushing, drink the water or whatever.
mhm.
And yeah, all of a sudden there's a boogeyman disease in it. So you better go get jabbed. Funny how that works.
Funny how that works. And everybody's, favorite savior president opened the door to all of this. You know,
Hmm.
Donald T. Rump declared the state of emergency on
I love how you say that. It makes me laugh every time.
declared the state of emergency on Friday the 13th. Very
Hmm.
interesting date. And that just changed the world forever, because the world is going to follow behind whatever the United States is doing. So, I don't know. Allegedly, he's saving the world, though. And people still think he's saving the world. There's still loyalty Rump followers. Like, wow. How?
I don't know. The cognitive dissonance is real. It's very real.
All right. Let's see. There's a video clip here. Let's see what it's about.
Disaster emergency in New York.
Really? Soon as the clip starts, disaster
talk about
emergency.
freaking fear mongering. Disaster emergency.
Disaster emergency. Look at my serious eyebrows. My eyebrows are so serious.
They tweeze like an extra high arch.
No, like, dang, why are they tweeze so hard? You know it's real because his eyebrows are serious.
To make them real dramatic.
Yes, you know it's real because those
disaster emergency. Exactly, it's all in the eyebrows. Just like the last story we saw, that girl's eyebrows were out of control. I mean, that's how you know it's for real.
Jeez, that's how you know it's real. I gotta play that back. That's like the definition of fear mongering. Right.
That's all people need to see or hear to get into a frenzy. Oh my God!
Let's run that back.
Disaster emergency in New York. Governor Kathy Hochul declaring it just today after health officials detected the polio virus in yet another county's sewage. They say it's a sign the virus continues to spread throughout the state. Authorities say they found a positive sample of polio in Nassau County on Long Island. They previously detected it in wastewater in New York City and 3 nearby counties. Governor Hochul says the order will allow emergency services workers, midwives, and pharmacists to administer the polio vaccine. It'll also better equip health officials with tools to curb the spread. In a statement, the state's health commissioner wrote in part, "On polio, we simply cannot roll the dice. If you or your child is unvaccinated or not up to date with vaccinations, the risk of paralytic disease is real. I urge New Yorkers," he wrote, "not to accept any risk at all."
Wow. So it's just like, it's amazing how it
We're
just
told
all
they
comes
discussed
back
the
full,
stimulus and the looming government shut.
how it just all just come full circle.
Yep.
And look, his eyebrows aren't really that tweezed in this story, since it's not really fear mongering. You see that?
Yeah,
wow.
So like that's old news. Yeah, economic decline, crash, whatever. Yeah, okay, everybody's used to that.
Wow, it's like a night and day difference.
Yes, seriously.
Wow. Hey, Shulamite, how you doing? Big hugs. People are pooping polio. Does their poo need wheelchairs?
Oh my gosh.
What is? Wow. So can you imagine just freaking out the entire state? They don't even want to drink the water. Like,
they're so disgusting. They're so gross.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul on Friday declared a state of emergency over polio to boost vaccination rates in the state amid further evidence that the virus is spreading in communities. Polio virus has now been detected in sewage samples from 4 counties in the New York metro area, as well as the city itself. The counties are Rockland, Orange, Sullivan, and the latest, Nassau. The samples tested positive for polio virus that can cause paralysis in humans, according to state health officials. Unvaccinated individuals who live, work, go to school, or visit Orange, Rockland, Nassau, New York City and Sullivan are at the highest risk of paralytic disease, officials said. You naughty, untoxinated Gentiles. So said it. Just naughty. How dare you be untoxinated? How dare you?
Dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Wow. So
I thought it was eradicated.
right. You know what happened? Thought your
What
toxins
happened?
worked in the first place.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought they saved everyone from it to begin with.
New York began wastewater surveillance after an untoxinated adult caught polio in Rockland County in July and suffered from paralysis, the first known infection in the U.S. in nearly a decade. Sure. I mean, come on. Look up transverse myelitis, but it's another subject. So, okay. Anyway, the emergency declaration will expand the network of toxone administrators to include pharmacists, midwives, and EMS workers in an effort to boost the immunization rate in areas where it has slipped.
What?
That is so creepy.
Okay, those are the people that are already highly toxinated. I mean, they're the ones that are believing in it. So, what are they even talking about?
Yep.
They always start with these healthcare workers, and then it trickles down to everybody else, right?
Exactly. Yep. New York Health Commissioner Dr. Mary Bassett called on people who are untoxinated to get their shots immediately. Individuals and families who are unsure of their toxination status should contact a healthcare provider. Oh, I don't know if I'm toxinated or not. Should contact their healthcare provider, clinic, or the county health department to make sure they are up to date on their shots. This just sounds like cattle. Like, it sounds like
Right?
you're talking about animals. Like, you
I
up to date on
know.
your shots? Like, I've had my shots. You can hug me. Like, wow. All right. So on polio, we simply cannot roll the dice, Pastor said. I urge New Yorkers to not accept any risk at all. Polio immunizations is safe and effective. Oh, so safe and effective, protecting nearly all people against the disease who receive the recommended doses. The polio toxination rate is alarmingly low in some New York counties. The toxination rate is 60% in Rockland, 58% in Orange, 62% in Sullivan, and 79% in Nassau, according to the health department. The statewide average for polio immunization is about 79%. The goal of the toxination campaign is to boost immunization rates well above 90% statewide, according to the health department. Some New Yorkers should get boosted. Some New Yorkers who completed their Toxone series, how you completed it when they want you to get boosted, but anyway, should receive a single lifetime booster shot, health officials said. These individuals include people who might have contact with someone infected or thought to be infected with polio virus or members infected with the person's household. Healthcare workers should also get a booster if they work in areas where polio virus has been detected and they might handle specimens or treat patients who may have polio. People who might be exposed to wastewater due to their job should also consider getting a booster. Just say everybody. All children should receive 4 doses of the polio toxone. The first dose is administered between 6 weeks. 6 weeks and 2 months of age. The second dose is given at 4 months. The third at 6 months to 18 months. The fourth dose at 4 to 6 years old. Adults who have only received 1 or 2 doses should get the remaining 1 or 2. Health officials said it doesn't matter how long ago the first doses were given. Oh boy.
So for something that's, again, supposedly eradicated for like the last 50 or 60 years, they need 4 doses.
Absolutely.
And that's now. That's for now. Unreal.
Yep. So at this point, I mean, if you just can't see what the agenda is, then I'm just not quite sure what to do for you, because it's like, why are we here speaking right now? Why waste the time to continue to explain to you what the deal is?
That's, this reminds me of the whole venom in the water psyop, right, from a few months back.
Oh yeah, that just took the community by storm.
Right.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
such an obvious psyop, okay, but I knew that I'm like, okay, they're planting this in people's brains for a reason. I'm like the idea that there's something in the water, right? And so here we are.
Here we are. Disciple of the Messiah. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Big Smoke. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. So good to see everybody in the chat. All right, well, yeah, that's that. We're gonna get a move on and go ahead and shift gears here because we see what this is all about. And man, it'd be great to see those eyebrows again, but I don't know how to rewind this. Dude, and how it's just a complete night and day difference. It was like, wow, they really pulled that off there.
Down. Nope.
No, I don't know how to get the video back to
What was it like? Emergency, something
Yeah,
like
disaster emergency.
disaster emergency.
Look, eyebrows.
You can tell I'm serious.
Right. Red Harlow, how you doing? Good to
Just
see
for real,
you.
y'all.
Hey, Mentally Illest Radio, how you doing? Good to see you. I guess we should all invest in a water filtration system. Yeah, absolutely.
For starters.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this going here. So let's talk about some face panties. Illinois professor says going maskless indoors, a manifestation of racism. Will boot non-compliant students. You vermin. Why you don't wear your panties on your face? If you do not follow this requirement, you will be asked to leave, the professor says in his syllabus.
All right, this one I actually did watch, and this little video clip here has nothing to do with the article, so I would just skip it.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that, darling.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Because I fell for it the first time.
Like, why is that here? Like, come on.
And it's like a 5-minute video, and I'm sitting there like, when are they going to get to the point? Oh, they never did. So you're welcome,
well,
chat.
Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. Don't y'all just love Miss Maskless? It's my partner in crime right here. All right, where would I be without her? Okay, so a professor at Northern Illinois University outlined to students that they all must wear face panties while in his class, arguing that not wearing face panties indoors is a manifestation of ableism and racism. Wow.
Clearly.
Wow.
Finally, someone's saying what we've all been thinking.
It's like if there was any confusion there. Let me just wrap this right on up right now.
Here it is, folks. I mean, it took 2.5 years, but finally someone is brave enough to speak out about it.
Here it is. So brave.
So brave, so strong.
So refusing to panties indoors is a manifestation of ableism and racism, an exercise of individual privilege that tells the most vulnerable that their health and the health of their loved ones does not matter. Thus, panties are required here. They are not optional. A message from Northern Illinois University Physics professor Jared Adelman says, according to a photo of a projector screen from the class. The professor's instruction on panties was made public after a student reported the matter through the Young America's Foundation Campus Bias Tip Line. YAF obtained a copy of Edelman's syllabus, which outlines that panties are required at all times in PHYS 253. If students do not comply, they will be booted from the class according to the syllabus. Panties are required at all times in Phys 253. Here and in your labs. It is not pleasant, but it is for your health and safety. My health and safety and the health and safety of your friends and colleagues. If you do not follow this requirement, you will be asked to leave. Adelman wrote in the course syllabus according to YAF. Yeah. Why do we mask? The scamdemic is not over. Yeah, we knew that. We knew it would never
end. We've been telling all of you for years.
Can we zoom in on this? Can we get a...
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it will open up bigger if you click on it or not.
Open image in new tab. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's read a little bit of this. Why do we wear panties? The scamdemic is not over. Though university policy states that we are mask optional, clearly you're not paying attention to that. An important policy of PHYS 253 is an equitable and just atmosphere for all class members. If we are not protecting one another from convid by pantying, we are not providing such an environment. Wow. And this is really on
Yeah.
here. Refusing to panties indoors is a manifestation of ableism and wasteism. An exercise of individual privilege that tells the most vulnerable. Okay, I read all that. To practice community care. Why community? Here y'all go with this. To practice community care, we will panties to protect those of us with compromised immune systems, those of us with family members unable to get toxinated, those of us who do not want to transmit the virus to others, and those of us who want to avoid reinfection. Look around. Your neighbor may be an immunocompromised cancer survivor. Heartstrings, tiny violin. The person across the aisle may live with an elderly family member. I mean, this is the most common thing. You know how common cancer is now? Like, who doesn't have an elderly family member? I mean,
Exactly.
your colleague may have a newborn at home. If you think their health and well-being are not important, you do not belong in this class. Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa, seek Heil. Pretty much. Like, he may as well just go ahead and hang up his SS flag. Like,
Yeah. Cuckoo.
yeah. Look at Ed or herpes. What are you talking about, Ed?
And ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna carry on because yeah, face panties. What are you gonna do?
Just for real, y'all.
Yeah. So here's some news here that might just piss you off. An AI generated artwork won first place at a state fair fine arts competition, and artists are pissed.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Like, imagine
Oh.
spending weekends where you could have hung out with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, but you decided to stay home and pour your time into your artwork because you're an artist. You take pride in your work, and just imagine, like, oh, this competition is coming up. This is where I can really show my talents, get
I
my
was
name
that
out
kid.
there. Just imagine.
I was that kid.
Oh. And then this happens.
I'm just picturing, like, I missed many a weekends, like as a teenager, so that I could go to these solo ensemble contests and things like that, practicing my instrument and, competing. And I can I can't even imagine an AI generated, quote unquote, musician, winning. I would be quite upset about that. It's so disgusting. What is the need? What is the purpose?
Yeah.
To just demoralize people?
Wow.
Like,
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Like, we haven't even gotten past the headline yet, and I'm triggered.
This is exactly what it did to me. Like, I didn't make it past it. Like, when I share these articles, I haven't, like, honestly read through them because I want you all to experience my genuine reaction. But
Yeah.
once I saw the headline, it was like, man, that is so messed up because this even. So in addition,
I'm mad.
Right. So in addition to what you just described, consider how the chess players feel. How they're having them play chess against robots and AI, and there are some amazing, out of this world people who can play chess, and now it's like they're just pawn scum now because of the AI. Like, yeah. So we so triggered. How about we actually get into the article? I'm sorry, y'all, but
Yeah.
hey,
little sidebar there.
Yeah. So Jason Allen's AI generated work, Theatre de Force Fatal, took first place in the digital category at the Colorado State Fair. And is this it? Like,
oh, really?
Really? Yeah. A man came in first at the Colorado State Fair's fine art competition using an AI generated artwork on Monday. I won first place, a user going by Sincarnate said in a Discord post above photos of the AI generated canvases hanging at the fair. Someone entered an art competition with an AI generated piece and won first place. Yeah, that's pretty effing crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the. Let's see if we can. So there's multiple ones. Dang, we can't really blow it up, but that's so bold, man. That's so bold. It's gonna constantly ask me to sign up for Twitter because I'm not a part of Shitter, but Twitter. Sorry, excuse me, my bad. But yeah. Look at that. I just feel like this so creepy. So now this has to be some kind of spirit that was conjured for it to start doing these kind of things.
I know. That's why I'm like, why? Who would even think of that? Like, how? I mean, the AI didn't like enter itself, so it's like someone else like just made. I don't know. I don't even know like how does the chicken come before the egg type thing.
Right.
You know what
So,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's just
Incarnate's name is Jason Allen, who is president of Colorado-based tabletop gaming company Incarnate Games. Incarnate. That's not spiritual at all. According to the State Fair's website, he won in the digital art category with work called Theatre d'Offre Spatial, whatever it is. The image, which Allen printed on canvas for submission, is gorgeous. That's so bold, man. This is just disgusting me reading this. It depicts a strange scene that looks like it could be from a space opera. Of course, it's space propaganda. And it looks
it's
like
all space opera.
Exactly.
Space
Wow.
opera, ballet, theater, whatever you want to call it.
Wow. Yeah, that's so bold. It depicts a strange scene that looked like it could be from a space opera, and it looks like a masterfully done painting. Classical figures in a Baroque hall stare through a circular viewpoint into a sun-drenched and radiant landscape. But Allen did not paint Theatre de Pura Spatal, whatever it is. AI software called Midjourney did. It used his prompts, but Allen did not wield the digital brush. The distinction has caused controversy on Twitter, where working artists and enthusiasts accuse Allen of hastening the death of creative jobs.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Twitter. Someone entered an art competition with an AI-generated piece and won first prize. Artist Janelle Jumalan said in a viral tweet about Allen's win, "Yeah, that's pretty effing crappy. We're watching the death of artistry unfold before our eyes," a Twitter user going on Omnimorpho said in a reply that gained over 2,000 likes. If creative jobs aren't safe from machines, then even high-skilled jobs are in danger of becoming obsolete. What will we have then? Nothing. They're planning a mass die-off, people.
Seriously. And we know that. I mean, you can program a machine to, push buttons or program stuff or whatever, but like creative arts, I mean, we really can't even have that.
That's pretty wild.
That's bogus. Who are these judges? Like,
right? Like, how did
what
you
did
even
they say for themselves? Come on.
How was that even legal? Like, how did?
This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess it's just an entry, right? And the guy just could enter it under his own name. I don't know. And just get the credit for it.
Yeah, that's bold. Someone's in the chat I haven't spoken to. No pearls before swine. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Mallard, homie, Big Smoke. Appreciate y'all for watching us rant about this stuff, because
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's rough.
Sorry for getting so triggered.
That's
sorry, not sorry.
Right. That's just what it is, though.
I mean, that is just crap. Just crap. I mean, they just want to suck all of the beauty out of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, just suck the human out of humanity. Okay.
Automation is bad enough, like I said, when it comes to like programming and pushing buttons and stuff. But I mean, we can't even just have our like own creative, art. I don't even know.
Yep. Mentally Ill is Radio asks, so what was the AI trying to say with this work?
Right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Hey, Cinch Man, how you doing? Thanks, Mallet. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Love you, homie. Betty R said, triggered from the rhythms, for sure. Wow. He said, isn't art supposed to speak something from the artist?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this,
Cinch Man said, opera-ganda. Opera agenda. Opera-ganda. Oh boy. So listen to what he had to say about this. I knew this would be controversial, Alan said in the Mid-Journey Discord server on Tuesday. How interesting is it to see all these people on Twitter who are against AI generated art are the first ones to throw the human under the bus by discrediting the human element? Does this seem hypocritical to you guys? Wow, that wasn't some mental gymnastics. Wow. Motherboard reached out to Alan, who replied that he was embarking on a 12-hour drive and could not immediately comment. According to Alan, his input was instrumental to the shaping of the award-winning painting. I have been exploring a special prompt that I will be publishing at a later date. I have created hundreds of images using it. And after many weeks of fine-tuning and creating my gems, I chose my top 3 and have them printed on canvas after unshackling with gigapixel AI, he wrote in a post before the winners were announced. Allen said that his critics are judging the art by the method of its creation, and that eventually the art will recognize, the art world will recognize AI created art as its own category. What if we looked at it from the other extreme? What if an artist made a wildly difficult and complicated series of restraints in order to create a piece? Say they made their art while hanging upside down and being whipped while painting. What?
Really?
He's crazy, or delusional, or he said, yeah. Should this artist's work be evaluated differently than another artist that created the same piece normally?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So.
What do you mean? Like what? Wow.
It shouldn't even be a thing.
Wow. I know what will become of this in the end. They are simply going to create an artificial intelligence art category, I imagine, for things like this. No.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
When you got to read the next paragraph.
I'll read the next. Okay. Let me go. There we go. All right. Okay, the next one. This one right here. Okay. Artists are concerned about the rise of AI-generated art. Atlantic writer Charlie Warzel went viral after running an edition of the magazine's newsletter with a Mid-Journey generated picture of Alex Jones. Whoa. Hold the phone. Whoa, wait, hold on. No way. No, this cannot be true.
I mean, how many agendas can they weave into one story?
One.
This is Vice, so they're pretty good at that kind of thing. But I mean, for real, Alex Jones. I mean, come on now.
Of all people.
Of all people. That is trippy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to dehumanize us and humanize the AI. They're going to start giving, AI or robots, whatever, rights and things like that. So meanwhile, we're getting, poop on our sidewalks. So
exactly. Wow. Of all people, Alex Jones.
Alex freaking Jones, your homeboy. Okay.
Oh man, quit playing.
Your old school homie.
Quit playing, man. And look, lately the Alex Jones show it will just never be the same. So now they no longer call it the Alex Jones show. It's just called InfoWars, and
Mm-hmm.
now it's no longer like 3-4 hours straight. It's kind of like just split up into separate segments, and there's other people on there hosting it now, and it's just not
Mm-hmm.
the Alex Jones show anymore. And they don't play all the ads anymore with kind of pushing his products. It's just kind of just like just done.
Well, what a shame.
Yep, it's just I'm like, dang, that reign has come to an end. Like, it ain't even Alex Jones show anymore. It's so interesting. I'm like,
Right.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately for you, twin, there's people still doing AI generated pictures to live
So
on forever.
his face will live on
Yes,
forever.
he'll
You
always
know,
be the face of InfoWars or AI or whatever.
dang, that is crazy.
You don't have to say.
Wow, that's crazy. So, a major publication using AI for art instead of a human upset a lot of people. Technology is increasingly deployed to make gig jobs and to make billionaires richer. And so much of it doesn't seem to benefit the public good enough, cartoonist Matt Boers told Warzel in the follow up piece. AI is a part of that. To developers and technically minded people, it's this cool thing. But to illustrators, it's very upsetting because it feels like you've eliminated the need to hire the illustrator. Yeah, it's the goal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I may as well finish this. Allen said he had clearly labeled his submission to the state fair as Jason Allen via Midjourney, and once again noted the human element required to produce the work. I generate images with MJ, do passes with Photoshop, and upscale with Gigapixel. Despite the controversy, the win has only encouraged him. I'm not stopping now. Of course you're not, he said.
Yeah.
This win has only emboldened my mission.
He's probably AI too.
Hey, you never know. You never know who's legit. So yeah,
Yeah, like Singe in the chat says, "Is this an AI generated article?" Probably.
probably.
Probably. Who knows?
Look at Ed. So his artist style of painting is known as the whip nene.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So
Might as
there's
well
that.
be.
Yep, there's that. So let's kind of shift gears here. Let's get into the clowns, as if
Ooh.
we weren't already discussing clowns. But yeah, these people are going nuts, man. And now it's like all of these female teachers are being arrested and just doing all kind of stuff. But I'm going to jump into that. But yeah, so here's some decent news though. Kansas teacher who was suspended after she refused to use students' preferred pronouns awarded $95,000 in suit. So yeah,
Wow.
it's not all bad, for now at
No.
least, until I click this screen again and you see what's next coming after this. But thought I'd at
no.
least sprinkle this on top, so it's not too bad, So yeah. So a Kansas teacher who sued the school district that suspended her for refusing to use the student's preferred pronouns reached a settlement with the district Wednesday and will be awarded $95,000, her lawyer said. This is a story from September 1st, so it's fairly recent. So attorneys with Alliance Defending Freedom, which describes itself as advocating for the rights of people who freely live out their faith, called the settlement a victory for free speech at public schools. The Southern Poverty Law Center describes the Alliance Defending Freedom as a hate group over stances it has taken on LGBTQ WXYZ rights. Pamela Ricard sued Gary County Schools in March, saying she was reprimanded and suspended for 3 days last year for addressing a biologically female student by the student's legal and enrolled last name.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So I called you your legal name, but that's a problem. That's crazy.
That's hateful. How dare you?
That is crazy. That's clown world for you.
Yep.
Yeah. So a school counselor at Fort Riley Middle School had told Richard that the student preferred an alternative first name, and the classmate told Ricard that the student preferred he, him pronouns, the lawsuit said. Ricard began addressing the student as Miss, using the student's last name to avoid using the student's preferred first name. Ricard believed addressing the student,
Whatever.
Ricard believed addressing the student as Miss, legal enrolled last name, respected the student while also upholding Rickard's religious convictions, the lawsuit said.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Like maybe they were just trying to be respectful. Like maybe using the first name made them a little uncomfortable, so they were just kind of like use the last name. I mean, what's the problem?
Exactly. And we got Cold Springs Queen up in the house. How you doing, honey cups? How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Cold Springs.
Hey, girl. All right. So the district at the time did not have a formal policy regarding student preferred name and pronoun use. At the time, Ms. Ricard was suspended, but she was reprimanded under generic school district policies related to bullying by staff.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Imagine that could really tarnish your career if that lands on your permanent record that you were bullied.
Of course it will. I mean, if nothing else, should be like notorious, you know. So it's like, okay, she won the settlement or whatever, but I mean, she'll never be able to work again.
Wow.
Unless she's gone back to work at that same job, which I mean, I wouldn't want to. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. A week after Ricard returned from her suspension, the district implemented a policy that employees should be aware and make an effort to utilize the pronouns and individual requests to be identified by. Yeah, but after all that transpired, she did actually end up getting awarded $95,000 in a suit.
Good.
So go ahead,
I'm
Pamela.
sorry, but good. Yeah. Good for you, Pamela.
Go ahead, Pam Jam.
Way to stand up for yourself, girl.
Right. Way to stick to your guns.
They suspended me too, okay? Because I wouldn't put the face diaper on, but I had to fight for my job too.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Miss Maskless. Mm-hmm.
Always and forever.
Yep. So that's just what it is. I mean, the Bible tells us, let your yes be yes and your no be no.
Yep.
That's just it. That's just all it is to it. Sir Taco of Long Island.
Get out of here, Ed.
That's definitely Ed. That's definitely Ed. Sir Taco of Long Island. How about this one? Darn wrong one again.
Well, I see you don't have a wrench, Ed, so, you know, go ahead, Sir Taco.
Wow. Sir Taco. Okay. All right. We'll move on. How about we do a 180? Teacher jailed for contempt of court after refusing to use students' gender-neutral pronouns.
Contempt of court?
Yeah. How about we do a 180 here? So the previous article was from September 1st. This article was from September 6th. So, yeah, so this is in Ireland, by the way. A teacher in Ireland was jailed this week for violating a court order forbidding him from going to the school where he works after he was put on administrative leave during disciplinary proceedings over his refusal to use the student's new name and gender-neutral pronouns, Ireland state broadcaster reported.
Oh.
In May. Yeah,
name.
absolutely. So, yeah, whether it be legal
just because
or
it's
not.
Tuesday or what, you know.
Yeah, whether it be legal or not, you know. It's just...
I mean, how do you know if you're offending somebody from like one day to the next, you know? They might not identify as that the next day.
Wow.
You might learn their new name, but then the next day it's no longer their name. And then you've, you know, misgendered or mislabeled them or whatever. Just saying, how do you know? I mean, it's a slippery slope there, folks.
Absolutely. In May, when a student at a secondary school in County Westmeath said they wanted to transition, Enoch Burke, who teaches German, history, politics, and debate, reportedly refused to use their name and pronouns, RTE said. when Burke, along with other school staff, was asked by the school's principal to use the pronoun they to refer to the student, Burke said that it went against his Christian beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you have it, you Christians. All right. So the school board met to discuss Burke's response, commission a report, and arrange a disciplinary meeting. On August 22nd, the board decided to place Burke on temporary paid administrative leave during the disciplinary process, stressing that the decision was not a disciplinary sanction, according to RTE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a clip. Let's see what this is about. Hope it's related.
Enoch Burke was taken from the High Court this evening to Mountjoy Prison. He was jailed for breaching an injunction granted last week and for refusing to give any undertaking that he would stop breaching it. Mr. Burke was arrested this morning at the school where he works, Wilson's Hospital in County Westmeath. He was suspended from the school last month on full pay, pending the outcome of a disciplinary meeting due to take place later this month. The disciplinary process began after he confronted the principal at a school event in June. At the end of a church service, he voiced his opposition to an earlier request by the principal to call a student who wants to transition by a new name and to use the they pronoun. The school says he then approached the principal again and questioned her loudly until others stood between them. Despite the suspension and the subsequent injunction preventing him from attending and attempting to teach, Mr. Burke continued to go to the school during his timetabled hours. He told the High Court he didn't want to go to prison, but he said a teacher could only be suspended for an allegation of gross misconduct. He said his religious beliefs were not misconduct. He said bowing to something he knew to be manifestly wrong would be a shame and disgrace and a terrible example to students, and he said it would violate his conscience.
He's absolutely correct.
Amen.
He's
Good
right.
for him. Amen to that.
Wow. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is how you pick up
incredible.
the cross. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, are anyone but Christians standing up to any of this? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't hear it.
Yep.
Judge Michael Quinn said he was concerned only with the breach of the court order. He said he was satisfied Mr. Burke was in contempt of court by willfully breaching the injunction, and he committed him to prison until he purges his contempt. Mr. Burke was offered a chance to contemplate the court's decision, but he said he could not purge his contempt of court by holding his Christian beliefs in contempt. The case is due back before the court on Wednesday. Orla O'Donnell, RTE News, the High Court.
Wow, that's wild.
That is.
Good for him.
Yep. So I'm going to keep an eye on this story, kind of follow it and see what happens to this guy. Yeah, I hope he gets some support from the community at least to help him out.
Yeah.
They can actually let him sit in jail as long as they want, and just say it's for the contempt charge.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, we gonna move on. So yeah, let's talk about another teacher. Teacher fired from $7,000 a year Christian school in Florida is arrested after twerking against 18-year-old boy at prom and pressuring him to drink alcohol, as she already faces charges for sexting with another teen. I mean, what a piece of work. Like,
no, she's a piece of twerk.
oh, really? Oh, thanks.
Tammy, you listening?
Wow. Yeah, this is just a mouthful. So she was already in trouble. So arrested after twerking against 18-year-old boy at prom freshman drink, and she already faces charges for sexting. And then I can't tell you how many guys how many guys have you heard actually say, "Oh, I wish I knew that teacher," or blah blah, like, who actually wanted to be molested by their female teachers? Like,
right?
Like, it just made it seem so cool and acceptable, and now it's actually manifesting. Isn't that crazy?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. So, thought I'd share this from the Daily Fail here. A Florida teacher was arrested and fired from a $7,000 a year private school Christian school after she twerked on an 18-year-old boy at prom and pressured him to drink. Julie Hoover, 39, was arrested on September 6th after she allegedly put the straw with an alcohol drink into the teenager's mouth and dancing on him, according to the Taylor County Sheriff's Office. I mean,
Julie.
yeah, that's crazy.
You suck. Get it? Hoover.
Hoover. Dang, twin. Wow.
Okay, shut up.
Hoover was chaperoning prom at Point of Grace Christian School on April 8th when a student accused her of dancing on him. A news release stated the student said that each time he got onto or even near the dance floor, Julie Hoover came over to where he was dancing and began twerking on him, rubbing her buttocks on him. It's so funny. They put this in parentheses in case somebody didn't know what twerking was. Right. Rubbing her buttocks on him.
In case some of the parents from this Christian school are reading. Like,
right. Unless they're...
What is twerking?
Oh my goodness.
Why is it bad? She's twerking? What? Oh,
what? Twerking, that dance, and then you got the husband who can hardly hear, twerking,
rubbing the buttocks. I don't
know. The tuckus, rubbing the tuckus on there.
Oh my gosh. He'll never recover.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. We're just laughing at how the article is written. We're not laughing at the actual situation because it's really sad and disgusting. It's sick. But we're just laughing at how they wrote this. This is hilarious. Okay. So, other students were allegedly urging her to stop. A school official confirmed to investigators that there was alcohol stashed away at the dance for staff to consume after students left.
Yeah, right. Who can believe that?
So you mean to tell me all y'all is gonna get down
at the high school, dance or whatever and drink after they leave? No. Come on now.
Wow. The former teacher faces 2 misdemeanor charges for distributing alcohol to a minor and for engaging in appropriate conduct with the student. Hoover was previously arrested in June for sexting with an 18-year-old senior. It is unclear whether the 2 incidents involve the same senior. Point of Grace Christian School didn't immediately respond to dailyfail.com for comment.
Okay, how did she get her job back? Didn't say she was arrested already?
Yeah, already for sexting.
What?
Hoover was initially arrested in June after a mother of an 18-year-old accused her of sexting her son and making plans to lure him to her home.
Oh, Julie, you are rotten.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So, an anonymous school official commented on Hoover's first arrest, but didn't provide details on the accusations against the former teacher. Mrs. Hoover is a former teacher with Point of Grace Christian. A school official told WCTV, "We would not provide further information on her employment or departure from our school. The Taylor County Sheriff's Office informed us the allegations against Ms. Hoover, and we have cooperated with the investigation. Our respect for the judicial process, we would not comment any further at this time." Yeah, so this is saying they're just repeating the same stuff. The mother claimed Hoover was attempting to lure the teenager into her home while her husband was away.
Oh, she's married.
Wow. At the time, the messages were sent in March and April. The student was enrolled in a few classes Hoover taught. She was released the day after her initial arrest on a $15,000 bond.
Wow. 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 And they just let her go right back to work. Work.
You got it. Wow. Yep. Hoover graduated from St. Leo University in Florida and had an extensive history of her previous and current work on her LinkedIn before she took down her account. She was a mathematics teacher at the Christian school since 2018. According to People.com, Hoover previously worked at the Boys and Girls Clubs and as a finance director. Similarly, in the Sunshine State of Florida, Haley Close Hallmark, a middle school teacher, was arrested in February and April 2021 for allegedly having sex with a 15-year-old student in her classroom and for a sexual encounter with a minor at a school dance competition.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of name is that anyways? Close Hallmark?
Close Hallmark.
Yes.
Close Hallmark. 35, was a history teacher and a coach at Ruckle Middle School in Niceville, Florida. Niceville.
It wasn't Niceville for those students.
Absolutely not.
It wasn't very nice at all.
Wow. She was suspended from her teaching job without pay and pleaded not guilty to her charges. Yeah. Listen to this. She was suspending from her teaching job without pay and pleaded not guilty. Okay, pleaded not guilty to her charges.
Tisk tisk.
Yeah. So great job, AI. The former teacher allegedly had numerous sexual encounters with her victim when she was helping Close Hallmark coach the school's girls soccer team. The victim was in the 9th grade at the time. Yeah, this is sick. So
wow,
it just goes on
Gross.
and on and on. Yeah. So there you have it. Teachers getting down.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to keep going. So let's talk about some news at another Christian school. More than 100 students baptized without parents' permission at North Carolina school.
Oh, the horrors. The injustice.
I mean, I can understand, all right. So, baptism can be a huge thing. It's an outward expression of your faith. And yeah, I would want to be a part of my child's baptism. So I would feel some type of way if my baby Naya were to call me, "Hey, Mom, I need you to bring me some clothes up to the school. I just got baptized." And I'd be like, "Well, what do you mean? What?" But yeah.
Right. I totally get that. I get that. But of course, they're not going to come at it from that angle. It's going to be like, well, can't believe these people do these to children, and meanwhile, they want to, jab them all and
right,
cut off their parts and stuff while they're at school. So
yeah, I take baptism any day over, having them get jabbed in a tent behind the school,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, there were schools who were definitely doing that, jabbing the kids in the tents without the parents' permission.
Exactly.
So in Fayetteville, North Carolina school apologized after baptizing more than 100 children without their parents' permission, according to the Fayetteville Observer. Northwood Temple Academy, a private Christian school connected to Northwood Temple Pentecostal Holiness Church in Fayetteville, posted on FaceBarf on Thursday. "I feel it in my bones. You're about to move." Today, we had over 100 middle and high school students spontaneously declare their faith and get baptized today. We will have more pictures of these powerful moments posted over the next couple of days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spontaneous, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. So that morning, 3 students had their scheduled baptisms at the school as part of a spiritual emphasis week. Before the offer was extended to other students who had not been scheduled. More than 100 students in total were baptized. Renee McLamb. Interesting. McLamb.
McRib.
Right. The head of the school sent families a letter to explain, as the unplanned baptism sparked mixed responses from family. The Spirit of the Lord moved, and the invitation to accept the Lord and be baptized was given. And the students just began to respond to the presence of the Lord, McLam said in a letter obtained by the Observer that was sent to families. The school says it typically notifies and invites parents to be present for any baptism that happened on campus. And it was not the intention of any faculty member to do anything behind the parents' back or in any kind of secret way. Yep. I do understand that parents would desire to be a part of something so wonderful happening in the lives of their children. And so I apologize that we did not take that into consideration in that moment, McLam said. I pray that at the end of the day, we will all rejoice because God truly did a work in the lives of our students.
That's interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I would want to be a part of it or whatever too, but I mean, it's not like you can only be baptized once. So,
True, because I'm going to I'm actually got invited to a Christian bonfire tomorrow night, and I'm actually going to get baptized tomorrow night.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let's rewind the tape here. You said what now?
Yeah, I got invited to a Christian bonfire. There's a guy I went to high school with who's now a minister. Him and his wife are having a bonfire at their house for just to barbecue and rejoice in the Lord. And yeah, I asked him if he could baptize me. So.
Oh. And when were you going to tell me? Right now?
Yeah, because I wanted to kind of get the
this article about BTW. I'll be baptized tomorrow. So, anyways, let's go in. Well, that's cool. Good for you, twin. I mean, I don't want to pressure you. If you don't want to share any more details, that's fine.
But yeah, so 9 times out of 10 it'll be recorded, and I'll upload it. But yeah, I figured.
So it's the full submersion. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Okay, where?
Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. I just felt like it'd be appropriate for the event, which is just called baptism by fire or whatever. They're just having just people just come together. Yeah, people just eat and do whatever. So he had been doing baptisms lately, and I'm like, man, his ministry has just really been coming around. Like, I don't know. The thought was on my mind as soon as I woke up yesterday morning. Like, man, I should have him baptize me. Like, I haven't been, I've gotten baptized once before as a child.
See,
but, yeah. So now I feel like
full
I've got
circle.
Full
circle.
So
see, if I hadn't said that, twin, be like, well, you can be baptized more than once. So you're like, true. Oh, speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of.
That is interesting and exciting. Congrats.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, y'all will see it eventually. I know I probably won't get around to uploading it tomorrow because it's of course the bonfire doesn't start until late, 8 o'clock. But by the time I get back home, I'm gonna be tired. But yeah, I'll probably get around to uploading it Sunday.
Wow, cool.
So here's that.
Yeah,
I thought I'd throw that in there, with this story.
That's quite relevant, twin.
So thanks, y'all. Thanks, Tanya.
Cool. That's exciting. I have thought about doing that again also, but I mean, not that I'm against it by any means, but like you said, it's just kind of an outward expression, and to me, like, I don't know. I know I've got the Spirit in me, so never really went through with doing it again, but yeah, I was baby baptized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When I was 2 months old. So, I mean, I was sprinkled on the forehead. I was raised in the Reformed or Calvinist church system before I, grew up and realized how wicked and false it is. So that's why I refute people when they bring it up. But anyway,
Wow.
next topic.
Wow. So yeah. And yes, it's definitely gonna be by water. Full submersion. And yeah. So
That's interesting.
there's that. I just kind of feel like, hey, why
I don't. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I feel like an idiot. Just be like, wow, 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 great, cool. Like I don't even know what to say because it's super cool.
Yeah. So kind of looking
Well, we'll
forward
be
to
looking
that.
for upload.
Yep. So I'm doing a thing, getting baptized. So there's that.
She's doing a thing.
Tanya said, yes, I had a tank of water. Yeah. And Maxie V said, I was baptized Catholic in middle school. I consider being baptized again, but I'm not really being led to. I feel that, Mac.
Yeah, I feel the same, Mac.
I feel that. All right. Hold it down, Twin. Give me just a second. All this laughing. Give me a second. Hang on.
Oh boy. Y'all are stuck with me now. Sorry. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Mentally ill is teach your kids kung fu. Seriously. That's a skill. That's a skill. Tanya did it again as an adult with your daughter. Oh, that's cool. Huh. So, Mac, did they do the full submersion with you, or were you like sprinkled on the forehead? Warnley? Oh, heck no. You think because Uncool stepped away that I'm not going to time you out? Because guess what? There you go. Bye-bye. You are now in timeout. Oh, you got nerve. Twin.
Huh? What?
Warnley acted a fool just because you walked away, thought I wouldn't give him a timeout, I guess, for saying the N-word.
Oh, really?
He could not wait to drop the M-word. As soon as you walked away, he was like, had to say it. So,
all right. Well,
Warnley,
there you
I'm
go.
sorry. I mean, I was trying to be nice tonight. I was trying.
Wow.
Ugh.
Hold on, Hila mentally. Don't you think Don't you think people should only be baptized as an adult when they choose it? That makes sense. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
people have different views on it, I guess, but
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like it's a requirement, but I'm just doing it because I want to.
right.
And so it's okay to have a difference of opinion because we're all here. I'm sure we don't all feel the exact same about everything.
These kids as babies might think they're drowning. No, I was baptized as a baby. I mean a little baby, and they just like sprinkle the forehead like it's like water on the fingertips type thing.
Yeah.
They didn't put me in any water. But that's silly
Thank you,
church
Betty.
system.
All right. So let's listen to Tammy G. Jeans here. Yeah, that's a hard one for me because you are supposed to be born again when baptized, and children don't understand that. Probably why God doesn't have them accountable for salvation. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. So now I just feel like now that I actually understand the gospel, that I just choose to do it.
Right. I mean, we're baptized in the spirit. When we're born again, we're baptized in the Spirit. So it's like just an outward expression. So it's
Yeah,
like it's
just an outward
it's
expression.
it's
Yeah.
not really the same thing. I mean, like, I get that too, but it's not exactly the same. So, oh, sin, we can't say it. It's a no.
Marsupial trying to. Wow. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go. Let's go ahead. I didn't mean to really shift the vibe here, but it's that.
That that's the same thing, Mac, in my opinion. That's just completely an outward expression of, I mean, really that's been done away with anyway. I mean, if you want to speak biblically,
You're
that's
right.
been done away with because that was under the law. So, Jesus fulfilled the law for us to do away with those ordinances and things like that. So
Uh-huh.
it was an expression of that basically, but I mean, yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's move on here. Vegan mom gets life in prison for starvation death of 18-month-old son who weighed 17 pounds. Yeah, land of the clowns.
Oh,
Yeah. So, oh no! Look, this is a completely unrelated video of murder suicide. Look at that! Like, why do they do this?
they're like, this is a horrible story. Click on it.
Right. So horrible story. Up here's something even more horrible. Okay. All
Because
right.
you like horrifying stories, you might enjoy this.
Okay. So a vegan woman convicted of murder in the malnutrition death of her young son was sentenced Monday to life in prison.
Wow.
So Sheila O'Leary, 38, whose family followed a strict vegan diet, was convicted in June on 6 charges: first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated manslaughter, child abuse, and 2 counts of child neglect in the death of Ezra O'Leary. Her sentencing in Lee County, Florida, had previously been postponed 4 times. Her husband, Ryan Patrick O'Leary, remains in jail while awaiting trial on the same charges. Investigators said the couple told them the family ate only raw fruits and vegetables, although the toddler also was fed breast milk. The 18-month-old boy weighed 17 pounds. Dang, a 17-pound baby at 18 months? It's amazing he lived that long. He said him the size of a 7-month-old baby when he died in September 2019, a police report said. The Cape Coral couple had 2 other children, ages 3 and 5, who also were malnourished, investigators said. A 4th child had been returned to her biological father during an earlier malnutrition case in Virginia, court records show. Yeah, there's that. So people doing this veganism thing, and
I mean, vegan, carnivore, whatever, like, if your child's starving. So, to me, it's just, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're getting at with that. It could be legitimate, but I feel like there's pretty much always an agenda behind these things. I mean, they put vegan in there for a reason. They could have just said that a mom starved her baby to death, right? But probably just more hate and division type thing, since they're really pushing this whole NWO, no meat agenda or whatever, just causing people to hate each other. Like, see, that's what happens when you don't eat meat,
exactly. That is.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not against eating meat. Like, I'm a meat eater, but like, I'm just saying that this is how people take things like this, like they just run with it.
Yep, that is totally the vibe. I'm trying to tell you. Wow. But yeah, there's that. That's so sad. Let's check this out. Hey y'all, how does the stream look? Is it real crappy looking? Just let me know. All right, we can move on from here. Let's get into some entertainment news here. Y'all heard of this story?
Shut up.
Yeah, Britney Spears renounces God, claims she is now atheist.
What?
All right, thanks, Ed. Not poopy at all. Okay, appreciate
Early
y'all.
on, it was crappy.
But yeah,
Now it's cleansed, been baptized.
uh,
Wow, Brittany.
yeah. Let's get into this. Oh, Britney, pop superstar Britney Spears is making headlines yet again. This time for declaring that she no longer believes in God. Spears' revelation that she no longer believes in God can be heard in a profanity-laced audio recording posted on Instagram and reshared on PooTube Monday after 60 Minutes Australia aired an interview with her ex-husband Kevin Federline and their son Jaden. In the recording, Britney accuses her sons of being hateful, undermining her behavior, uh, and having secretly loved looking at me as if something was wrong with me. There is nothing
Oh,
to believe
wow.
in anymore. I'm an atheist, y'all. Spears said at the end of a 3-minute rant to her son Jaden, where she rattled off a list of financial obligations she took on in her decades long career, including paying her mother's legal fees and sending $40,000 a month to her ex husband. Dang, Federline was getting 40 grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. In the recording, Spears speaks about her relationship with her sons, Jaden and Sean Preston, her ex-husband, and her sons' reaction to what she describes as the trauma her father and other family members put her through after her music career took off in the late 1990s. Last November, the singer was released from a conservatorship in which her father, James Jamie Spears, had control of her finances, estimated to be around $60 million. A judge awarded him conservatorship in 2008 following Britney's mental breakdown, in which she allegedly contemplated suicide, following a custody battle a year earlier when Federline was awarded sole custody of their 2 sons. That same year, Spears was photographed by paparazzi shaving her head after she left a rehab center in Los Angeles to heighten concerns about her stability at the time. Spears, now free from the conservatorship, has regained control of her finances, got married for the second time, and last week released her first song in 6 years. Really? Did she?
Oh, I didn't hear anything about that.
Right. I had no idea. Like, that's news to me. All right. So, I mean, I'm not a fan or anything, but I just didn't hear anything about it. Okay.
Wow. I have a thing about Britney. I don't know what it is. Like, I was never a fan of hers, back when she was really popular, but I just always felt sorry for her because even way back then when I was totally asleep, I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. Like, I noticed that there's something off about her. Like,
Yeah.
and I would tell people, like, she has like multiple personalities or something. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
What do you
she
mean?
does. Like, she would do like these weird accents and stuff. And like, I'm like, how do you guys not see that or think that that's normal? Like, there's something off about her. So it's like, I always kind of like felt sorry for her.
And like that one where that one personality where she kind of turns into a baby
Yeah.
and does these little like, and just kind of just crimp all up. Like,
Right. Right. It's
and
very
yeah,
weird.
that was before I had, knew about any of this stuff. But I agree
Hmm.
with you. She always seemed kind of off and
Hmm.
just something troubling her, like permanently.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of them, I mean, hide it really well and they seem pretty normal or what have you, but
Mhm.
she's always been a mess. Like to me, she's just always, you could just always tell there's something going on with that. So that's a shame.
Yeah, that's so bold. Let me see. Uh, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Spears, now free from the conservatorship, has regained control of her finances, got married. Okay, I read all that. All right. So, in the recording, in which Spears claimed that if God really existed, she wouldn't have suffered. What? If you read your Bible, you know
Mm.
that you were going to suffer, believers suffer. But anyway, suffered or lost the autonomy to make her own decisions for 13 years. God would not have allowed that to happen to me if God existed. I don't believe in God anymore because of the way my children and my family have treated me. That's so sad.
Blame God, Brittany, really?
Yep. I mean, hey, you did make a deal with the devil, but hey, none of that matters. Uh,
Right.
so
And other
the
people aren't responsible for their actions either. It's God's
right.
fault.
Yep,
Got
it's
it.
all God's fault.
Got it.
I mean, your dad sold you out, and then first of all, your parents sold you out to Disney. First of all, okay. This is just throw that out there. Like The Oops, I Did It Again singer's newfound atheism runs counter to the faith she previously testified to when she said it was God who had enabled her to make it through the distress of the last 13 years. So interesting that it was 13. All right. So in his interview, Jaden and his grandfather doesn't deserve all the hatred he's getting in the media. He further explained that he and his brother chose not to attend their mother's wedding to model and actor Sam Ashgari because she didn't invite the whole family. And then if it was just going to be me and Preston, I just don't see how the situation would have ended on good terms, he added. That's sad. That's sad.
It's sad. That's crazy.
There's that. And then you got the people who think, well, is she human anyway? You know, stuff that kind of makes people like us look crazy. But
yes.
And there you are. There you have it. And Warrenly said, I still like her music.
We know.
Yep.
We know.
Yep. Maxie V said 13 years mentioned multiple times. Number of rebellion. Facts, homie. Facts, Mac. Yeah. And we're going to move on. So.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You know, it's a wild story when you see Nicki Minaj.
Speaking of twerking.
Yep. So. Nicki Minaj's false nail from MTV VMAs reportedly sold for $55,000 on eBay.
Shut up.
$55,000. Okay. $55,000. False nail. A freaking nail fell off. Someone picked it up and said, oh, this is Nicki Minaj's nail. But then, how can you even prove that? That could have fell off anybody.
I was going to say, does it come with like a DNA, sample kit or something? Like a certificate of,
authenticity? Like, how?
Yeah. I mean, what the heck?
Yep.
Can I do that? Like, I could just put a nail on eBay and say it's whoever's,
Twin, you got regular Instagram chicks selling their farts, okay? So
this is true. We have discussed this before. So
anything is possible, all right?
If anyone's interested in a nail or something from, Miss Maskless, please put one in the chat. Okay.
I know, help us out. You know what I'm saying? You know how the YouTubers share the link, like buy me a coffee. Hey, help us out.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Where's New Edge?
Y'all didn't even buy me my glasses, so forget it.
Oh yeah, the pop. That's one of my favorite videos of yours. Oh my god.
Oh, thank you. It was ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, that pop. That pop got me. Like I was done.
I made myself laugh.
I was done after that. All right. So Nicki Minaj's acrylic nail that she is said to have worn while performing at the MTV VMAs, which is allegedly still a thing, has reportedly sold on eBay for quite a high price tag.
Allegedly still a thing. I don't know why that's so funny, but
apparently it's still a thing. I mean,
yeah, I mean.
eBay user Toss 1678 began the auction for the unusual memorabilia item on Wednesday, September 7th, and reports have claimed that the press-on nail, and it was press-on? The press-on nail has already sold her $55,000. Okay? Though Hip Hop DX couldn't independently verify the existence of the listing. The item's description claims that Toss 1678 came into possession of the nail while he was positioned in the front row of the VMA pit. It's interesting that it's called a pit, and it's where they all like do the hardest worship. Like, isn't that wild? Yeah, they call it the pit. Okay, I'm going off the rails here. My bad. So where Nicki performed her much talked about medley, and that the nail flew off right before her show kicked off. I was in front row. I was front row in the pit at the VMAs, and Nicki's acrylic nail fell off moments before she started to perform. Her crew quickly glued on a replacement. The seller wrote, "This nail was worn by the Queen Nick. Our phones were locked up during filming, however. I have included photos taken before and after the show to prove authenticity. Oh, so that's allegedly how he proved it. So our phones were locked up during filming. However, I have included photos taken before and after the show to prove authenticity. Happy to provide any further.
Proves
Yeah,
it.
that proves it.
He did not just go buy a kit offline or at Walgreens or anything. Like,
Exactly.
it was for sure her nail.
Exactly. Pentagon officials say this is true. Happy to provide any further evidence if desired. And there's the highly.
I would like some more evidence, and I'm not the one paying for it.
Yep, Nicki Minaj's MTV VMA nails are selling for $55,000. Here's the alleged highly coveted nail. $55,100. So it's obviously somebody who's already well off who bought it, but
yeah,
if this story is in fact real,
right?
But,
they're probably like one of those psycho collectors, that has like a hair from Tom Cruise or something, like.
Yeah, it's probably a low key serial killer like Dexter that keeps trophies and stuff,
Uh-huh.
And
agreed.
Nicki Minaj is hardly the first A-list rapper to have some of her memorabilia appear on eBay. In 2015, DMX's son auctioned off a platinum plaque commemorating 3 of his father's platinum albums. Wow. He sold one of his plaques? That's crazy. You sold one of his plaques?
What?
Wow. Last July, a fan also found a pair of French Montana's much talked about Coke Boy LA Ave sneakers and sold them for less than $1 on eBay. That's so disrespectful. Dang. All right. There's also the controversial eBay sale of Wu-Tang Clan's still unreleased album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, which went to disgraced farmer bro Martin Shkreli for $2 million before it was confiscated by the federal government after Shkreli went to prison for fraud. The project was then sold to his current owners for $4 million. Yeah. So Nicki Minaj's aforementioned performance in the 2022 MTV VMA. Okay, we're not going to read. We don't care about that performance, but yeah. So there's that.
And of course, she has those, demon eyes in that photo.
Yeah, and I feel like those super duper long nails are demonic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of like ghoulish to me.
Right.
When they're just that's real Sim Saladin action right there. When you just
like a cat.
Yeah, just
evil cat.
Yep.
There you go.
Tanya said those are trending now. Yeah, facts. Like, how can you wipe your butt?
So disgusting.
Yeah. So we'll move on. We'll see what's next here. What is this? TikTokers. Anything that starts off with TikTok, it's sick.
Oh boy.
TikTokers are telling viewers to point their genitals at the sun to increase your vibrations. Experts warn against it, but perineum sunning keeps going viral.
Bro.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm just so grateful that I don't really care about all this stuff and I do not have a TikTok account. Because it's like, why at this point?
I don't either. Me neither. And I never will. I mean, people share stuff with me and yeah, you can get a laugh out of it once in a while, but I can't get into it. Like, it's degenerate culture.
Absolutely. It's why at this point. It's so, yeah. And Days of Noah had recently just touched on the vabbing, where the women use their okay, I'll just go ahead and just say it. Using your vaginal juices and kind of dabbing it on them like perfume to attract the mate. So TikTok is just making witchcraft cool. Okay. What the heck is this video? Okay, anyway, but yeah. There's that. So here's a people doing perineum sunning, perineum tanning. What's so funny?
Those pictures. What in the world? What in the world?
And look,
Like,
I can't even blow it up. Let me see.
look at her face. She looks so miserable.
Oh, yes, I can.
Somebody told me this was a good idea.
Is she pooping?
I mean,
People always
Okay, just-
ask me, how am I so happy all the time? Sunning your holes for 2 minutes a day will increase your vibrations. Try it.
Oh,
Perineum sunning. Yeah,
I
it looks like that
can't.
sky is getting sprayed over there, so you wonder why they're behaving the way they are.
Yeah,
And
those chemis going right into them.
yep, vitamin D butthole, perineum sunning.
I mean, oh my
Uh,
goodness.
and look at
I don't even know what to say.
these epic shots right here.
For all ages, you never too old. Just sun your butthole.
Epic. So,
Oh my
why would
gosh.
you not sun your perineum?
Come
Muscles
on.
and nerves that run through the small area control sexual function, of course, and the urinary and, let me see, excretory systems. It needs natural energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here in the Midwest, we're all like vitamin D deficient because we don't get enough sun.
Facts.
So when we do get sun, I'm not going to waste my time putting it on my butt. Okay, like that's just weird.
Yep.
Vitamin D is beneficial for you, but not for your butthole. I promise.
Yep. Tanya's like, what are you gonna do? You trying to wake up my house? Hey, this is the clown world, okay? Man, and these are most certainly clowns. And this dude looks like a dummy. He don't even look real for real. But...
Mallard said, "Twerking in the sun."
Yeah. So there's a perineum sunning, just in case you wanted a
Wow.
a great way to get some vitamin D there.
People will open themselves up literally to anything.
Yep. Some great vitamin D.
I mean, they'll put anything in their bodies.
Yep.
So why not the sun or chemtrails?
Oh, yep. There's that. Let's move on here. And I don't know. I kind of feel like I see this same drag queen on all drag stories.
Ew. I don't know anything about that.
This drag queen looks so familiar, or do they all just look alike?
They all, yeah. I was gonna
Is
say,
it all
they
just
look
the
like
same
that.
demon? It's just
Uh-huh.
the same
much.
demon just passing around,
Basically.
All right. So, First Christian Church of Katy, Texas, to host drag bingo event for all ages.
Wow. Do you have to buy a ticket or,
Yep.
That is sick.
First Christian Church of Katy, Texas, to host drag bingo event for all ages. September 2nd story, and I promise this the same drag. It's got to be the same spirit there.
That's how I feel. Yeah, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I've seen that one in particular, but they all just look the same. I mean, they all look horrifying and disgusting.
Yep. So, opinion. So it's an opinion piece, but hey, it happened. So, on Saturday, September 24th at 5 p.m., the First Christian Church of Katy, Texas will host a drag bingo event for all ages. The church is a member of Disciples of Christ denomination, which is eerily close to demons, which promotes gender and sexuality affirmation, LGBTQWXYZ marriages, and hosts a Disciples LGBTQ plus alliance within their congregations. Boy, that's a word sandwich. But,
Heck yeah, it is.
the drag bingo event, while claiming to be a drag event, is hosting several men who have had transgender surgeries. To say this is an To say this is an affront to the Lord in the guise of openness, inclusion, and love does not convey the righteous anger and hurt this brings to God's heart for his creation. He loves each and every individual that is wrongly promoting this event and yearns for their repentance and spiritual transformation in him. Yep. So,
And that's in Texas.
yep.
So what's really going on out there in, California and New York?
Oh, it's just gotta and it's the nation's fault. I mean, you give these people an inch, they'll take a mile. This is from
Facts.
Yeah, so there it is. It's just gonna keep going. Let me see what we got up here next. So yeah, I got a pretty wild story coming up next for you guys. Read Romans 10. How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a minute.
Hello.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. So we got a few more stories here. So all right. So mom gives birth to twins with different dads after sex with two men on the same day.
Twin, I had this saved to send to you and I totally forgot about it.
Yes.
Of course.
A classic from the New York Compost. Okay.
Come on.
All right. So with a completely unrelated video, but yeah, let's go because this is totally a thing. And some people don't believe in it, but I do. I actually subscribe to the serpent seed line doctrine, and I feel like Cain and Abel were products of two different bloodlines because it is possible that a woman can be pregnant with having sex with two at the same time. But
come on now, twin.
Yeah, I do. It makes sense. So you got Methuselah, and then you got Methusael, all the names. It's like evil doppelgangers on each side of the bloodline. When you read through Genesis, I'm like, yeah, enmity between her seed and thy seed. Why are there two seeds? Two different bloodlines. So,
well, actually, we can talk about that later, but
yeah. But yeah, this new mom had a 1 in a million conception. Her babies may be twins, but they have different bio dads. A 19-year-old Brazilian woman gave birth to twins 9 months after having sex with two men on the same day. As their first birthdays loomed, she began having doubts over who their father was. So she decided to take a paternity test to confirm her suspicions, local news outlet Globo reported. I remember that I had had sex with another man and called him to take the test, which was positive. The new mom, who asked not to be identified, told the outlet, I was surprised by the results. I didn't know this could happen. They are very similar. Wow. So did I skip a whole paragraph? The anonymous woman originally suspected only one of the two men to be the father of the twins, so she collected his DNA, but only turned up positive for one child. Look at that.
Why do they have their faces blurred out?
Hey.
I mean, as a reader, I want to see how much they look alike or don't look alike, so I can know if this story is fake or not. Which it is anyway, because yeah. All right, Romans 10. I see you're getting into it. Romans 10 and I were in comments the other day on the same video talking about this very thing. So
yeah,
go right ahead.
I know we don't have to get into it right now, but yeah.
It's so weird. It's like read Romans 10 comes in the chat, and then you bring up the story about the two different like, oh, this is crazy.
While this phenomenon is jaw-dropping, it's certainly not impossible. It is possible to happen when two eggs from the same mother are fertilized by different men. Dr. Tulio Jorge Franco, the woman's attending physician, told local news outlet Globo, the babies share the mother's genetic material, but they grow in different placentas. Yeah. So heteropaternal super fecundication is an extremely rare phenomenon that occurs when a second ova released during the same menstrual cycle is is additionally fertilized by the sperm cells of a different man in a separate sexual intercourse. I mean, you got to be a super whore. Like, how?
I don't know.
Dr. Franco admitted he never thought he would see a situation like this in his lifetime, as it's 1 in a million, and claims there are only about 20 other instances in the world like it. Meanwhile, the
What?
twins, who are now 16 months old, are currently looked after by just one of the fathers, their mom told Lobo. It's unclear if the other plays a role in their lives. But these unique twins aren't the first to score international headlines. In 2015, the judge ruled that a New Jersey man only had to pay child support for one of two twins because he only fathered one of them.
Wow.
Yep. During the controversial case, DNA expert Cal Hans Werziger's testimony cited an academic study he published in 1997. He found that different fathers occurs in about 1 of every 13,000 reported paternity cases involving twins. Since an egg has a lifespan of 12 to 48 hours and the sperm is viable for 7 to 10 days, there's about a week's time for potential overlap in the fertilization of 2 eggs by 2 sperm from 2 different separate acts of intercourse with different men. That's wild.
That's a lot of
That's wild.
a lot of things would have to line up for that to happen.
It is more common than we think, Elderman continued. In many situations, you would never know because there is no reason to do a paternity test on twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wild.
Ew.
Yeah, I most certainly know guys who have had sex with 2 different women in the same day. So, yeah, I'm quite sure there's women doing it the opposite way around. Like, man, that is disgusting, though.
Yeah. It is.
That's wild.
Definitely is.
Yep, there's that. And Mac TV, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean was about this. Michael said a woman hopped the fence at a hotel and said he was the father of one of his twins, her twins. The kid was not my son. That was what he was talking about?
Yeah, I've heard that, Mac. I didn't know it was a twins thing, though. The men would have to line up.
That's
Apparently
gross.
They do.
Wow. Yeah. Gross. Okay. And from something that's supposed to be a beautiful thing, and then stuff like that happens.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like,
yeah. But this next article, I kind of wanted to scroll past the headline because this is on a blog, clearly. But yeah, it happened. We're gonna go ahead and flip the reins here. But Hooters waitress caught dipping hot wings in her vag. So Houston, Texas, Jessica Sinclair was taken into police custody after she was witnessed by co-workers.
Oh my goodness. Ew.
Yeah. Dipping hot wings into her vag. Yep. Dipping hot wings into her vag before serving them to customers. From what authorities have told us, Jessica would dip the wings into her vag while on and off her menstrual. All right. This was done to customers who had been rude and or made off remarks about her appearance. So allegedly, this has been going on for a while.
Okay, what? What?
Yeah.
What? Okay, I'm not. Rude comments aren't nice, but lady, you work at Hooters. Like, you basically are signing up to be judged by
exactly. You are signing up to be objectified.
Exactly. So what are you even talking about? Like, ew, 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 ew.
Look at Tanya. Hot wings, though, not regular or honey. I mean, I can't imagine. It's got a sting. Like,
wow, that is nasty. That is nasty.
Yep. Houston, Texas. Jessica Sinclair was taking his belief. Okay. All right. So, why she would do this while on her period is anyone's guess. The introduction of blood to this crime heightens the consequences of her actions. Tampering with food, along with the addition of human blood, is a criminal offense with special circumstances.
Wow.
It carries a sentence of up to 20 years in prison. The lesser charges of inserting the wings into her vagina while not menstruating can carry a prison term of up to 10 years. But because there is blood involved, she's facing up to 20 years. Family members of the perpetrator claim that while she was the appearance of a well put together young woman, she actually suffers from multiple personality disorder. It can only be demonic possession and would make you do something like that.
Yes.
So there it is. Multiple personality disorder, aka demonic possession, and has a long history of incidents that end in either a stay in jail or a mental hospital on a 3-day hold. Had Hooters conducted a background check, this whole incident could have been avoided.
A background check, though. Again, it's Hooters.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she signed up for. How did she get caught? What was she doing? Taking them in the bathroom?
Yeah, it's like, how did co-workers witness? Well, I guess you had to wonder why she would take wings in the bathroom and then bring them out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way like that she wouldn't be found out like right away. Oh, that's so disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Clown nasty.
Clown.
Nasty girl.
Clown. Still had on the Hooters shirt. Like, did they arrest her like at work, straight from work?
Can you imagine like the scene?
Yeah, right. And everybody, just talking and whispering, like what the heck?
Cops busting into a Hooters to arrest.
So, right now at this point, you got to think about the stream of lawsuits that's going to come from this, because now people are going to be thinking like, I just had hot wings.
Oh, can you imagine even her coworkers? Like, oh, do you eat the food here? When's the last time you had lunch here or whatever? Like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
Ew, so disgusting.
Yep.
That is nasty.
Yeah, that's all bad. So, let's see. We only got a couple more here. Oh, we've been off. Yeah, man, we've got some naked stories. There's been, I remember KJ did a video compilation of people just doing crazy stuff naked, and it's kind of popping back up again. All the naked people are just, it's so many naked people stories. It's ridiculous.
Well, after they, tan their buttholes, I mean, it's the next, naturally, it's the next step.
Yep. For sure. Quit sending naked pictures. Let's get to Cabo. Pilot asks flyers to stop airdropping nudes.
What?
So here again, another story in Texas. Houston. A Southwest Airlines pilot threatened to pull back a plane if passengers didn't stop airdropping nude photos to each other, according to a viral social media post.
What?
So NBC News reports the incident happened on a flight that was about to take off from Houston's William P. Hobby Airport and head to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Apparently, a passenger posted an appropriate picture of himself in the Apple's AirDrop service. Another passenger told CNN that a woman got upset about the photo and alerted the flight attendant. The flight attendant updated the pilot. TikTok user Tagler Marsalis posted a video of the pilot's announcement on August 25th. So here's the deal. If this continues while we're on the ground, I'm going to have to pull back the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to go get security involved, and vacation's going to be ruined, the pilot said. The TikTok video has received 2.9 million views, 144,000 likes, and 1,700 comments as of Thursday morning. So you folks, whatever the airdrop thing is, quit sending naked pictures, the pilot finished. Let's get yourself to Cabo. A Southwest Airlines spokesperson provided the following statement to NBC News. The safety, security, and well-being of customers and employees is Southwest team's highest priority at all times. When made aware of a potential problem, our employees address issues and support the comfort of those traveling with us.
Wow.
And there's that. So,
next time you're on a flight, twin, try to keep it under control. Okay?
I ain't got nothing to do with that, homie.
Busted.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah. And now I can definitely say now before, I used to do some crazy stuff.
Confession time.
Yeah, like I used to do some crazy stuff before I was saved. Now,
All right,
remember
people.
now, remember when
Remember, she's being baptized tomorrow, okay? Before she says whatever she's about to say.
Oh
Okay.
man, yeah, drinking, partying, and hanging out in my early 20s, brother. So y'all remember when Bluetooth was a thing? So yeah, so I'd go to the movie theater. Back in my 20s, we would just be just drunk going to the movies. So back when Bluetooth was a thing, you'd cut your phone on and scan the area for everybody's Bluetooth, and for whatever reason, people would just accept pictures. So yeah, I would send people nude pictures from the internet, and then just to see people freak out about it. It was the funniest thing. So this is the kind of reminded me of like, man, we used to do that. Just send people stuff on their Bluetooth because they would accept it. It'd be the most hilarious thing.
Wow, I am totally ignorant about that. I had no clue that was a thing.
Yeah, you never used to send files through Bluetooth. Like that's how people used to send pictures before, like the mobile networks were like.
No, I no,
be able to transfer
not at all. I was totally unaware of that.
Yeah, we would send pictures and videos via Bluetooth.
Then again, I was always, just as sweet and innocent as I am now. So.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I'd never do such a thing. What do you mean?
Yeah, man. I was a knucklehead.
No, but for real, I don't know what that is. Like, totally not familiar with that.
Yeah, and Bluetooth used to be like you could, do the touch your phones together, and then the Bluetooth would automatically come on, and you can instantly send a video to somebody else's phone, or if you're trying to do it like within a small vicinity, it'd have to be like a picture file. Cut your Bluetooth on. For whatever reason, everybody would have their Bluetooth on, and we used to just send them pictures and just see their reaction. They'd be looking around the theater. We would be cracking up. So, yeah. So
no, I don't remember that at all.
That was totally a thing. Max said, "Have never sent or received Bluetooth files." Really?
Me neither.
Nobody has ever sent files via Bluetooth.
No, I've only ever, used it for like, streaming or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. On the phones before they were flip phones. That's what we were using them for, to send files. So yeah, there's that. So here's another naked man story from the Miami Herald. He was wearing just an apron, and then came the chaos at a Little Caesars in Florida.
Oh, goodness gracious.
We've got a Florida man. Here's from September 2nd.
It is Little Caesars. I mean.
Yep.
Classy joint.
All right. So pizza. A lengthy, colorfully written Facebook post from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office on Thursday begins with the advertising slogan for Little Caesars. An early morning incident last Saturday at the franchise in Pensacola had a lot of layers and toppings. All right, so the law enforcement agency says that a suspect on a felonious mission was arrested after allegedly burglarizing the fast food joint dressed only in his boxer shorts, tube socks, and an employee apron.
Desperate times, people. Desperate times.
Yep. So a man was arrested dressed only in his boxer shorts. Well, to be fair, he also put on the Little Caesars apron to complete the look. This fashionista was arrested after exiting the Little Caesars drive-through window on Navy Boulevard. Early Saturday morning, Chad Korn of Milton decided to check the door. Right. Of Milton decided to check the door of the Little Caesars on Navy Boulevard. He found the door to be unsecured. The burglar then decided he had the skills necessary. Hang on. Let me see if this is going to expand it. Okay, here we go. All right. The burglar then decided he had the skills necessary to pull off a daring mid-morning heist. Like an idiot. So he opened the door and quietly tiptoed into the empty business. It must have been quiet except the voice in his head repeating pizza, pizza. He ignored these voices. He was on a felonious mission. He began to gather the goods. First, it was a bottle of water. Then two, he couldn't bring himself to pass by an unwrapped brownie on the counter. Oh, buy a wrapped brownie on the counter, so he grabbed it as well. Making his way through the store, he notices an employee's apron. He wondered if he could pull it off. He placed the apron around his waist to complete his outfit. There's something about boxer shorts, tube socks, and a corporate-inspired apron that must have empowered the burglar. So with this collection of stolen items, he makes his way to the door. This is where the poorly planned escape begins to unravel. You see, the door from which he had just entered was now locked. That door failed to lock for the employees, but now worked to perfection. He has locked himself inside. Desperate to escape, he finds through the darkness of Pizza's past a dimly lit opportunity. He wonders if he can get past the suspended ceiling tiles. He can access the roof, then regain his freedom. He climbs into an oven so he can pry the tiles free. He pops up through the hole, and climbing higher, he begins to struggle. He reaches far and farther still, and his weight begins to stress the tiles to failure. Sensing this, he reaches for a group of wires to help stabilize his squirm. Surrounded by disintegrating ceiling tiles and loosely bound wires, he falls all the way to the ground. He lands in a tumbled heap of wires, broken ceiling tiles, and hurt feelings. Whoever wrote this is epic. They're funny. Okay.
Oh, it's so dramatic.
With stars circling his head. Really? Stars? With stars circling his head, he gathers his senses and stands. At about this time, the alarm begins to sound. He panics and hurries towards the drive-through window, and he makes his way. The phone rings. As he makes his way, the phone rings. Oh no, who could be calling at this hour? Someone should answer the phone, and Korn is that someone. For reasons only Korn knows, he answers the phone. The conversation... For reasons only Korn knows, he answers the phone. The conversation would lead to a level of guilt our burglar had heretofore not considered. This guilt would cause him to grab a receipt and leave a note. Satisfied, our burglar heads back to the drive-through window. At this point, he has been in the store long enough to qualify for Employee of the Month, as he is dressed for it. He finally crawls out of the drive-through window into the parking lot, only to come face to face with Deputy Jonathan Hill in the green uniform of justice. Struggling to explain his appearance, he is placed under arrest. Korn is charged with That's a crime? Korn is charged with impersonating a Little Caesars employee. Not really. He is charged with burglary exceeding $1,000 in damages and petty theft. Remember, all suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty.
Wow. Way to go, Chad Korn.
Way to go.
CC 33.
Yep. Way to go. Yeah.
Yep.
Look, the person who wrote this is perfect, but holy cow. I think they let him shower before this pic. Only grease I see in this is hair. Wow. Yes, facts. The only thing missing in this story is him making himself a pizza.
Right? Like, what was the point otherwise?
Yeah. So, yeah. There's that. Florida Man. The Florida Man stories are awesome. Always.
Crazy stuff coming out of Florida.
Yep. So we can go ahead and skip past that. Yeah. I think Dave's kind of dived into this. I won't spend too much time on this. This smart toilet can read your anus like a fingerprint, say scientists. Yeah. And they would make the toilet tissue out of a DNA strand.
DNA strand, of course.
Because that's what matters, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, it's the bloodline. So, do y'all want me to read this? Because I feel like, a lot of people are talking about this. But
read it, twin.
Yeah. So let's dive into it. Biggity boom. So, if you're looking for very, very personalized data about the bathroom habits, look no further. Okay. Scientists at Stanford University have developed a smart toilet that can identify people based on their butt and monitor the health of their poop and pee. Wow. So, the smart toilet, which the Stanford team published an article about this week in Nature Biomedical Engineering, was designed as a continuous health monitoring device, like a smartwatch. It uses cameras and motion sensors to identify a range of disease markers in stool and urine, because everything is about a moniker of health, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going to make these atrocities totally acceptable, including colon cancer and prostate cancer.
Right. But they're not obsessed with poop or anything.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Not with poop or surveillance or anything like that, or infringing freedom or,
health and safety.
Yeah, or making you a prisoner of your own home, voluntarily, hey, here you go. So when I bring it up, people would sort of laugh because it seemed like an interesting idea, but also a bit odd. How you think? Lead researcher Sunny Ganier said in a press release, everyone uses the bathroom. There's really no avoiding it. And that enhances its value as a disease detecting device. So that's your excuse, because everyone uses the bathroom.
A disease detecting device.
Yep.
Mind you, there's no reliable tests for the other CV.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They haven't quite nailed that down yet, but the toilet, they got you. No worries. They're all over that.
Oh, Tanya's heading out. All right, Tanya. Parents are coming early in the morning. Need sleep. Love you, girl. All right. Good night.
Good night, Tanya. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, Tanya. Yep. Betty says, pray over your food. You won't want to eat anything. Yep. Yeah. There's that. Oh, it also has a built-in identification system. The smart toilet's flush lever is equipped a fingerprint reader, and cameras in the toilet bowl can identify people's butts. I thought it was about health, though. We know it seems weird, but as it turns out, your anal print is unique.
Oh, boy.
The toilet is still in its early stages and isn't meant to replace a doctor or a diagnosis, but rather to alert users to red flags that could warrant medical attention. Here's how it works. The smart toilet uses multiple pressure and motion sensors to detect when someone's about to use it and identifies them with biometrics. This picture is hilarious. Participant 1. Yep. In Exhibit A here. Yeah.
It uses pressure sensors?
Yep.
I mean, that should make a lot of people nervous. Like, why are you doing that? What are you trying to do there?
Oh, goodness gracious, malicious. The toilet then sends the data. It collects to a cloud server. It's got to be, what kind of freak wants to collect all this data? Yeah.
So it's secure is what they're saying.
Yeah, totally.
You're welcome, twin. They'll keep your data safe, okay?
Oh.
You can trust them.
Here's that. So the toilet then sends the data.
Wow.
Collects to a cloud server. So imagine what weirdo wants to collect and cipher through all this. It's just ugh. So the smart toilet is the perfect way to harness a source of data that's typically ignored, and the user doesn't have to do anything differently.
Yeah, and people have survived for thousands of years without it.
Absolutely.
Like, do you have to sign in when you sit down? Like, it's me,
Yep, there's
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Like, you have to check in every time, nasty.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Stool samples are recorded. What? Stool samples are recorded on video and analyzed by algorithms that identify abnormal stools.
What the?
It gets worse. The more we progress through this article, it gets worse. There's a video recording. Urine is also analyzed by algorithms that monitor flow rate, stream time, and total volume
Of course, for your health and safety,
for your health and safety.
for everyone's health and safety,
Did they really use a child for the diagram?
right?
What the heck? It looks like a kid.
It does. It does. Ugh,
That's sick.
I can't.
Wow, they used a child for the diagram.
I'm done.
Wow. Yeah. That's wow. Wow. I totally wasn't expecting to see that. That just kind of just oh. Wow. Yeah, they really went there. So far, the toilet has been tested on 21 participants. Stanford researchers also surveyed 300 prospective participants, and 52% said they were at least somewhat comfortable with the idea. Look at,
Yeah, freaking right.
can you imagine? Just big, huge camera staring back at you when you pull your wang out or pull your butt out. Just, whoa.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, so apart from the poop, guess we can move on. Yeah. So
Back down the crapper.
yep, we went full circle. All right. So man films himself spiking marathon runners' drinks with rum before event.
Woo! Be more like a walk or a crawl. A stumble.
Dang, like, yeah, when like I'm gonna make sure everybody, have a party here. So
Wow.
the unnamed accused, who was reportedly inebriated, filmed himself pouring white rum into paper cups of Gatorade that were placed on the table for marathon runners at the
Ew.
event, according to reports. The incident took place in Palanco, neighborhood of Mexico City, shortly before the marathon started in the early hours of 28th August. Yeah. Here's that. That's crazy. Police have identified the man who filmed himself spiking runners' drinks with alcohol during a marathon event in Mexico.
Dang.
The unnamed accused, who was reportedly inebriated, okay, blah, 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 blah. While pouring the white rum, the man slurred, "I'm going to pour some bloody Machusalem rum in so they can show off. Tomorrow, everyone will be at their best. Tomorrow, look, everyone at their best. Bloody race is going to be the best in the world. Tomorrow, everyone is going to run fast like target shooting."
Wow.
Oh, he was tripping.
Wow.
Wow.
What a hater.
Yeah, let's
Or
get some
something.
footage.
I mean,
We've got footage,
Les
ladies.
voy a echar pinche Matusalén para que se pongan verga, papá. Mañana va a estar a tope todos. Mañana, miren, a tope todos. Pinche carrera va a ser la mejor del mundo. Mañana todos
That's a lot.
van a correr veloz como el tiro
they
blanco.
pour it like
Este
24
loquito,
hours in advance or some
a ese
crap.
güey le voy a poner en su madre.
What'd you say, Twin?
I said they just pour out those cups like have them ready to go like 12 hours in advance.
Right.
Seems a bit odd.
Yeah. For
But,
sure.
I mean, rum makes me sick. I mean, I haven't had it in years, but years ago, like it made me so sick. I'm like, I can't imagine drinking it and then trying to run.
Oh,
that would not be good.
That's got to be wicked, you know.
That would not be good, folks.
Oh, Shay's out of here too. Good night, Shay. My son runs cross country in the morning. All right. Yeah, we got to be wrapping this up. The last couple stories. Dang, shoot, it's 1 a.m. my time.
Good night, Shay.
Yeah, we've been getting it in. All right. So, according to report, the incident took place in Polanco neighborhood in Mexico City shortly before the marathon started. Expectedly, the video sparked a huge backlash after going viral on Twitter and other platforms. After the spiked drinks were discovered by event organizers, there was a commotion over participants ingesting the drinks without knowing. According to reports, the cups were, man, come on now, you got to smell rum.
Exactly.
Yeah, so according to reports, the cups were removed from the stands before the viral video came to light, according to the government of Mexico. We have taken action on the matter so that this action does not go unpunished, and this subject who attacked the athletes is punished with the full weight of the law, the official said in the statement. Following the incident, the online backlash, in Deporte, Mexico's Institute of Sport, released an official statement to assure that police started an investigation to catch the individual who spiked the drinks. According to the general director of Indeporte, the accused was soon identified as a highly educated person with a high socioeconomic status.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right. I guess that made it all better.
Well,
You know,
mm-mm.
that makes it all better. You know, so
Whew.
yeah, absolutely. How long have we been? Oh, 2 hours, 37 minutes. All right. Well, here's that. So let's take a look here. I think of those two stories there. I think I'm going to save those for later. So we're going to probably wrap this up with Cristiano Ronaldo statue's penis is worn out because too many fans grab it.
Stop it.
Yep. So the bronze statue, here's a statue, and this is what people do to it apparently. And the bronze statue was unveiled back in 2014. And a few features have been focused on over the years and messed around with. As a result, the bulge in Ronaldo's shorts has started to go shiny, with visitors grabbing it while taking pictures. The statue being made out of bronze means oil from the human hand will give it a shinier appearance.
I don't even know who this individual is.
Me neither.
I mean, there's no way I'd be grabbing his bronze junk.
Yeah, let's see what this video clip is. Is this something totally unrelated? All right. Why do these websites do that? Okay.
No, it's so random.
Yeah, like what was that for? So a tourist in Portugal told The Sun, I just wanted a picture of him to send to my family, but as soon as I put on the family WhatsApp group, everyone started laughing. They couldn't help but notice the well-rubbed area between his legs. Ronaldo hadn't had the best of luck when it comes to other people designing him. The 37-year-old takes immense pride of his appearance, and it feels like there's always something going wrong. Case in point, the now iconic butt at Madeira Airport was unveiled in 2017. So this.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So yeah, there's that. The statue's been rubbed so much because people are weird.
He must not have much else going for him. I don't know. Creepy.
Oh, Mac TV said he is Tom Brady of soccer type. Oh, okay. All right, Tom Cop, out of here. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let's wrap this up with this crazy clip here.
Oh, good night, Time Cop. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So
we're gonna be done in a few minutes, y'all.
Yeah. Here we go. So let's listen to this warning here, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But let's go.
As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights, and keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners, officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses. Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them and whether or not it's legal. This is a massive threat to the residents of Oral Park, Cook County, and Illinois.
So,
Yeah, Crook County. Way to go.
so another area yet decriminalizing stuff, and
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
we're just gonna be witnessing the downfall of society because there we are. There's that.
There's
So,
that.
there's that. So yeah, thanks everybody so much for stopping by and just to watch yet another edition of the Clown World. It's been a wild one. I've been holding on to a few of these stories for a while. It's kind of tough to get a consistent streaming schedule, but I appreciate y'all for just whenever this stream notification just pops up, y'all just always just there, just come by and watch it, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. There's a couple of you that are always here, and we appreciate that. It's fun.
Yep, it sure is. I really enjoy doing this, coming on here. The homie Mac TV, Tammy, Mentally Illest Radio. Appreciate you. Reed Romans 10. Everybody. Shay. I just love y'all. Miss Betty R. Thank y'all so much for just listening and just, really just supporting us. Time Cop. Thanks so much, homie. Said Ronaldo has 477 million Insta followers. Is that wow, really? Max said he dropped all he was doing, and I appreciate that. Thanks, Miss Lee. I really appreciate that. I love you too, Betty.
Who said that? Oh, never mind. Okay. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. So, Miss Maskless didn't lose her internet connection, so that's dope.
I know. Thank goodness. Thank you,
Yep.
Lord. I was like so just I was so frustrated. I was so ready to do the show, and I was all pumped and everything, and then like 15, 20 minutes prior, all of a sudden I lost internet. Like my Wi-Fi was not working at all, and for no reason. I was like, come on. Seriously. So I was panicked for a couple minutes there, but that's Satan's always trying to get to me. That's how he operates, trying to irritate me, but
for sure. Always just before the show starts, just to put the little icing on the cake there. But Betty said, love your show. Thank you so much, Betty. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish stalling unless Ms. Maskless had any other thoughts you wanted to share. We'll go ahead and just wrap this up.
That's about it for me, guys. Thank you again for coming and everything. Appreciate y'all. Means a lot. I appreciate your fellowship and everything too. You guys make me laugh, and you guys have really good insights about stuff, so I appreciate all that you contribute as well. Yeah, it's about laughs and everything for Clown World, but you guys bring the goods in the comments, so appreciate it
every time, for sure. Every time. Tammy G Jeans said, been a leg slapper evening for sure. Tammy G Jeans. Yes, Tammy G Jeans.
Out of control, Tammy.
So let me see, Mentally Illest Radio. You guys stream when I feel like streaming. If I was on point like y'all. Man, I'm just grateful anybody come and watch this, but hey.
Me too.
So yeah. Well, other than that, again, thanks for stopping by. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. As Jeff C would say, be the change you want to see. And where the paranoia is most certainly uncool, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Good night.
I'm dying of thirst now, but we out. Thank y'all.